What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. I'm me, Valhalla, also known as Jeff Cran. Uncredentialed reporter. Uncredentialed reporter here on YouTube. But today, to start it off, we got a basketball doubleheader on the channel today. It starts off with the University of Kentucky Wildcats taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores in NCAA Men's Basketball action. If you're new, hit that like button. Subscribe as well. This game is set to start at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. It will be shown on ESPN. ESPN currently is showing Indiana versus San Antonio in NBA action, a game that is taking place in Parlez-vous, François, Paris, France. Paris, France. Wemby for three. Nope. Wemby for three. Comes right back out. All right, let's turn that audio off for a little bit there, because to be honest with you, it gets kind of annoying at times. But thank you for being here, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. The end of the month is coming, y'all. End of January already. We got just a few days left in the month of January, a record month here on Valhalla Sports Talk. A record month across all matrices, or matrices. So I couldn't do it without each and every one's of you. February is going to be interesting on the channel. Because obviously you have like one more football game in the NFL left. And the Dodgers don't fire up for another 60 days or so. But I got some plans, y'all. I got some plans for the channel. Encourage you to member up, y'all. Encourage you to member up. We're going to be doing a lot more members-only content on the channel. Also, I have been deep in preparation for the all-new Valhalla Sports Talk daily Dodgers news live streams. Those will happen during the day. Likely just before lunchtime, my time. And we will go over the day that was in Dodgerland, as well as the day that is and the day that will be the following day. So look at, what happened yesterday, what news occurred, what news broke. Look at the current standings, and then what is coming up the following day. And that will be in addition to our Los Angeles Dodger watch party streams. And I got some big plans for that as well. Shout out to the 18 that are up in here. Thank you so much. We've got about 15 minutes to tip off of Kentucky versus Vanderbilt. Let's go to the stat screen. Let's go to the old stat screen, and we'll take a look at this matchup. Again, the game will take place today. It's Kentucky, the number 9 ranked team in the country, with their 14-4 record, taking on Vanderbilt with their 15-4 record. This game will take place in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Alex checks into the chat from Japan. What's up, my good friend Alex? Janice Leggy checks in, says, go Wildcats. Let's go. There you see the team comparisons on the left-hand side. Let me scroll up just a tad. just a tad there, and you will see Oway leads Kentucky with 15.7 points per game. Edwards leads the Commodores, 17.3. Assist, Lamont Butler leads the Wildcats, 4.9 a game. Hoggard, 4.4 for Villanova. And then just a little bit further down, Amari Williams leads the Wildcats in rebounds at 8.8 a game. Devin McLaughlin, 8.2 per game. Scroll up just a tad. Team comparison, Kentucky 46th in the nation with 1,605 points scored. Vanderbilt 75th, 1,564. Rebounds per game, Kentucky 26th in the nation, 36.4 a game. I'm going to call them Vanderbilt or Villanova a couple of times, y'all, but 192nd. Field goal percentage, Kentucky 31st in the nation at 48.4. Vanderbilt 46.5. You see what just 3 points a game will do. Free throw percentage, Kentucky less than Vanderbilt there, 103rd in the nation versus 77th. And 3-point percentage, the Wildcats 52nd in the nation, Commodores 224. Here are your pregame odds according to, I got to get rid of that. There we go. According to BetMGM, the Wildcats are only a 2.5-point favorite in this one. Partially, I believe, because they struggle on the road a tad. Both of these teams lost to Alabama. But 2.5 is the point spread, minus 150 on the money line for the Wildcats. Commodores plus 125. Over-under for points scored, 165.5. In the chat, let's get your predictions. Will the game be host early? Not sure what that means, Tongue. Not sure what it means, buddy. I'm not sure what that means, buddy. But if you're asking if it's going to be on time on ESPN, there's still 6:16 remaining in the fourth quarter in that Indiana-San Antonio game. Tonight on the channel, y'all, we got Lakers-Warriors. Lakers-Warriors is the second game of our doubleheader today. All right, here are the last 5 games for both of these respective teams. You see they both lost to Alabama in a 3-day span. And then Kentucky added that loss to Georgia while Vanderbilt lost to Missouri. They both won their last contest. But that is your pregame report here on VST. Shout out to the 26. Up in here. Listen, y'all, bad news on the Dodger Cup front. Horrible news. The COO put my Dodger Cup in the dishwasher. And pretty soon my Dodger Cup is going to be a stainless steel cup. Pretty soon it'll just be a regular old stainless steel cup. But that's okay. I forgive her. I forgive her. It's just a little thin thing of foil that has the logos, you know. And all it needs is a start. All that it needs is a start for that bad boy to peel like a banana. Shout out to that hater, too, that hit me up on social media last week. Found me on Facebook, of all places, to tell me I was effing with my mustache too much on stream and to turn off the stuff that blinks. Shout out to him or her. All right, so we got about 10 minutes to tip off. Let me grab the audio here. We'll be listening to the Kentucky radio broadcast.
Faces Mississippi State.
Oh, nothing yet. Nothing yet.
South Carolina on Sirius XM and
No reason to play it if it ain't there yet. But I'll turn that on as soon as it comes available, y'all. Pacers on a 17-0 run in the last 4 minutes. And they are now killing Moyden, the Spurs, 123-96. If you hear crunching in the background, y'all, if you hear crunching in the background, that is General 4 destroying a big bone that I got him at the dollar store this morning. Become a V-Homie today, y'all. V-Homie. Member on the channel. You can get a membership, a Valhalla Sports Talk membership for as little as $1. Plans start at $1. That gets you access to all 20 of the Valhalla Sports Talk custom emojis, as well as members-only content here on the channel. And there's going to be a lot more members-only content here in 2025. Now, I imagine I am going against the China channels today, so I don't anticipate 300 million views, but it is what it is, chat. It is what it is. Let's see how ugly it is already. I don't see nothing yet. See nothing yet. They could be hiding them from me, though, you know. Oh, there's one. There's one showing the old game. Not the Kentucky game, because it hasn't started yet, but they've managed to find another one. Looks like Syracuse. Syracuse versus somebody. But yeah, we're sitting at about 5 minutes to tip off, chat. About 5 minutes. I will have the, obviously the scoreboard on the stats screen there. And during timeouts, I'll scroll down and we'll look at current player statuses, you know, as far as how many points they've scored, as well as team stats and the current betting line. We'll do that probably every commercial. Probably every commercial, chat. David Catalano with a $2 Valhalla Holla super sticker. GG's, GG's. Thank you so much, Mr. Catalano. $2 Valhalla Holla. Wimby at the free throw line with 4:33 to go.
The Dodgers ended up winning this one.
Still nothing on the audio side, chat. What's up, Mr. Catalano? Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. Same to you, same to you. Same to you, my friend. That 21,850 subscriber count is a little generous, chat. It is a little generous as we've had some drop off since I hit that number. So it's going to take us a while to get back up to that, but we're about 12 away from 21,850. Currently, the vHomie count is 139er on the vHomie count. So Kentucky is the road team in this one, so I imagine their radio won't go live until just before the event, chat. That's how it usually works.
In the NBA, 3 p.m., Minnesota Timberwolves take on the Denver Nuggets.
I do mess with it too much. I do mess with the stash way too much. It's way too long. Shout out to the 36 up in here. Tip-off for Kentucky versus Vanderbilt. Just around the corner, y'all. Just around the corner. Still 3 minutes remaining in this Indiana-San Antonio game. OCKV in the house. What's up, OCKV? Where's your membership badge? Boom, 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 boom. Let me turn this off so you don't have to hear me breathe and chat. Hear the booger whistles. Coach Plays, the Coach Plays checks into the chat, y'all. The one, the only Coach Plays. Check out his channel, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. By day, Coach is a coach in high school, an educator, if you will. By night, YouTube video maker extraordinaire. YouTube video maker extraordinaire. Hit that like, y'all. Hit that like. If you don't know how, you have to exit out of the chat. X out of the chat. Click the thumbs up. There's a little line there that says chat. Re-click that, and you'll be right back here. Coach rooting for Vandy. Coach hails from Tennessee, y'all. He hails from Tennessee.
Islanders take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Capitals.
Again, the audio is not available yet, y'all. It'll probably happen as soon as they go live at the arena. This game, of course, taking place in Tennessee. It is taking place in Tennessee. Okay, let me cancel this music here for a bit. And you'll just get raw me for a little bit here. It's 12:30, though, on my watch here in Mountain Standard Time. They might run a little slower back there in Nashville. But Vandy, I don't believe they are ranked. Let me see. Let me look at the top 25 here. Kentucky sitting at 9. Yeah, they must be sitting just outside that top 25, y'all. Which is weird because they have a better record than Kentucky. They definitely have a better record than Kentucky. But yes. Just outside. You live just outside of Nashville, Coach? Is that what you're saying? Shout out to the Coach Plays though, y'all. He was one of the OGs when I first started YouTube. Not many of us left. Not many of us left, y'all. T. Kubler in the house. Still no love, even though there's strength of schedule. It'll come, dude. It'll come. All you got to do is make the tournament, right? All you got to do is make the show, and then anything can happen. It can get really interesting really quick once you make the show. Man, this Indiana San Antonio game is snail crawling to the end, y'all. Still 2:11 remaining. Still 2:11.
I'm Ryan P.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio.
Let's see if they bring
From
this up here.
behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
You say hello to the DQ Cheeseburger
All right, I think
Lovers
we just
deal.
switched over,
Get
y'all.
2 of our legendary DQ single burgers for $5, or 2
Mike.
glorious third-pound double cheeseburgers for just $7. Keep yourself and your wallet nice and full. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
What does being part of this community mean to Coach Mark Pope?
For me, being part of this community means
Yeah, no
having
doubt,
common
Kubler.
goals.
No doubt.
Working together to achieve those goals.
Who is
to
that
make things
team
better
that,
for everyone around you?
That was
Central Bank's
the
been
darling
doing that
for like a
since
3-year period, and
1946.
now they're in the top 25 all the
Central
time now.
Bank is proud to be part of this community and proud to be the official bank of UK Athletics.
Yeah, no doubt.
Central Bank, member FDIC.
3-2 in the SEC. Vanderbilt's 3-3 in league play, 15-4 overall. Starters first for the Commodores. Their 5-man is Devin McLaughlin. He's only 6'7", but he goes 230, and he's a beast on the boards. Junior from Cumming, Georgia, that transferred in from Boston College. The 4-man's Tyler Nichols, excellent three-point shooter. He's a transfer from Virginia Tech. Before that, he was at North Carolina. He's 6'7", 220. Chris Magnon, 6'5", 215. Transfer from Cornell, who averages 5 a game. Nickel and McLaughlin both go at 11 points per game. Is one of the forwards. The 2 guards, A.J. Hogard, Michigan State transfer, 6'4", 220. And he's from Pennsylvania, averaging 11 points per game. A grad transfer. And Jason Edwards, a junior, transferred in from North Texas. He's from Atlanta. 6'1", and their leading scorer at 17 points a game. So 4 of the 5 starters weigh 215 or better for Vanderbilt, so they can definitely play physical. For Kentucky, Ansley Almanor getting his first start today. 6'7", senior, transfer from Fairleigh Dickinson. The last time he started a game was at the end of last season in the Northeast Conference Tournament for FDU. Amari Williams, 7-foot-tall grad transfer from Drexel, from Nottingham, England. Just a tick under 10 points per game is his average. The leading scorer for the Cats is Otega Owe at 16 a game, 6'4" junior from Newark, a transfer from Oklahoma. Jackson Robinson, the BYU transfer, 6'6" grad student from Ada, Oklahoma, averaging 13 a game. And the second leading scorer in the point guard is Lamont Butler, 6'2" grad transfer from Moreno Valley, California. Came in from San Diego State. He's averaging 14 points a game. We're set for Kentucky and Vandy here at Memorial Gym in Nashville, and we'll have the opening tip when we return. This is the UK Sports Network.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Kentucky and Vandy about ready to go here in Nashville. And Goose, you talked about Vandy's three-point shooting. They only average 6 a game in league play, but they've made 21 in the last 2 games. So if you give them open looks, they have guys that can hit them.
Yeah, the scouting report says they're not going to shoot many, so that makes you relax a little bit and not pay as much attention. But as I said, Tom, they get a lot of 3 opportunities off of offensive rebounds. They will try to throw it out. Now, against Kentucky, because we have put teams on the line a lot, they might just attack the basket on those. But it would take all of that problem away if you just rebound the basketball.
Couple of trends for Vanderbilt. Every SEC opponent has outscored the Commodores at the free throw line. So that'll be an interesting number to track today, given how many times Alabama got there last Saturday and Georgia in one of the SEC road losses for Kentucky. And then 5 of the last 6 opponents against the Commodores have shot 47% or better against them. But they force an average of 16 turnovers a game, so they're really aggressive going for the ball.
Yeah, that's where they get a lot of points. As I mentioned, they're number 1 in the country at points off of turnovers, 23 points a game off of turnovers. Tom, another interesting little nugget here. Vandy, in their introduction, every player in the lineup is listed as a point guard. So they have 5 point guards out there, according to the introduction they just made.
I was reading in their notes, Coach Byington says they play positionless basketball. And
so
I guess that's what they
guards.
mean. KB Burnett Jr., Mike Nance, Jose Nieves, the officiating crew today. Vanderbilt is in white with black numerals and letters and gold trim. The Wildcats in the road blues, white numerals and letters, 2 white stripes down the left side of the uniform, and the block UK logo on the bottom of the trunks on the right. Kentucky will be going right to left from our vantage point to start this game. Of course, the benches are in the end zone here at Memorial Gymnasium. Tap is controlled by the Commodores. Hogard, the Michigan State transfer, runs the point. He's picked up by Oweh. They give it to McLaughlin at the point. Hands it to Edwards. Edwards comes over to the right elbow. He's guarded by Butler. They get it to the corner, Magnon, and he shoots a 3 that's no good. It's rebounded by Kentucky's Butler. Butler on the jog into front court. Amari Williams had fallen at the other end, so they wait for him to join them in front court. Almanor straight away, the right side to Oweh. Holds it high over his head, feeds Williams for the dunk, gliding down the right side of the lane.
And I'm happy to see that first dunk, because that gives a message to the Vanderbilt Commodores.
McLaughlin, top of the circle, comes right side to Magnon. Back to Edwards, straight away, quick 3 in the air is good. Well, you can't give him much space.
No, he wants him. He looks for him every time down.
Vandy takes its first lead at 3-2. Butler got a little hung up on a screen. Robinson right side to Almanor, hands it to Oweh. Oweh guarded by Nickel, drives on him, goes by him, gets to the rim and puts it in.
You can score on Vandy, just stay aggressive.
4-3 Kentucky. Hogard slides over to the left in front court, gives it to McLaughlin at the top, right side to Magnon. Feeds Edwards cutting through the lane, flips it up and in, all in one motion. And off the left side, he made the cut from the wing and got the perfect pass to the rim. Edwards has all 5. Vandy back in front by 1. Butler spins into the paint with a floater that comes off. No good. Rebounded by the Commodores. Edwards into front court. Gives it to McLaughlin at the top. Looking to get it back to Edwards. Can't. Going to shoot the long 3. In and out. Rebound Oweh. If you take Nickel and Edwards out, the rest of the Vanderbilt players shoot 28% on 3s. Butler down the lane, all the way to the block. Couple of pump fakes, goes up and missed it. Rebound Hogard. Hogard throws it ahead to Magnon, driving for the bucket, dunks it. 7-4 Vanderbilt.
Yeah, as I say, they can play both ways. Up and down, they can play the half-court game as well.
Here's Butler out deep on the left side. Walks it towards the top. Two-hand pass to his right to Almanor. Hands it to Owe. Owe thought about the three. Drives baseline. Cut off. Backing his way down. Spins back to the baseline. Banks it up and in. 7-6. Vanderbilt's lead cut to 1. Second bucket for Owe. 2.5 minutes in as Hogard walks it across the line. Hogard looking into the eyes of Owe. Starts moving forward. Slides left. Robinson's got him on a switch. Floats the pass to the corner to McLaughlin. Hands it back to Hogard. Back to McLaughlin on the pick and roll. Over to Edwards. Driving right of the lane. Bounces it back to Magnon for a three. No good. And the long rebound to Almanor for Kentucky. Owe down the right side. Slows up as he comes into front court. Cross-court pass to Almanor. He hands it to Butler. Butler back to Robinson. Fakes. Moves inside the arc but can't get a shot. Floats it over to Williams at the high post. Williams hands it to his right to Owe. He'll go up with an 18-footer. No good. Rebound in the corner. Saved in by Williams. And at midcourt, Owe takes it away from Nickel. Owe then has it knocked away. He's on the floor. There's a whistle. Is it a tie-up or a foul? It's a tie-up. And on the alternating possession, the ball will stay with Kentucky. Looked like Nickel was going to grab it off the save from Williams. Owe wrestled it away from him, but then he got trapped.
Yeah, Owe he's going to battle for every possession. It's interesting. After he did get the ball, he got taken down.
Yes.
And no foul called either way.
Couple of substitutions for Vanderbilt. Grant Huffman, 6'4" into the game, and a fellow 6'4" junior, M.J. Collins. Collins averages about 8 per game off the bench. The scouting report on him says he's ready to look for shots as soon as it comes in. Butler's out. Perry in on the point now for Kentucky. Perry picks up his dribble, floats the pass to Williams at the top of the key. Williams dribbles left, now spins back to his right, comes to a stop, hands it to Robinson, but he can't turn the corner. Over to Williams, 4 to shoot. Williams backing down, turns, jump hook, no good off the back of the iron. Almanor tips it, but into the hands of McLaughlin. Vanderbilt with the ball, leading 7-6 as Edwards jogs it into front court. Slides over to his left, now comes back to his right. Backs out against Perry. Cross-court pass to Magnon. Magnon spins down the lane, leans up, hits the side of the backboard with his shot. Almanor's outlet pass to Perry. Perry angles into the middle as he comes into the front court. Circles over to the left. They reverse it to Williams, right of the circle. Back to Almanor. Almanor wanted to hand it to Perry, couldn't. Now he hands it to Robinson. Robinson gives it up to Williams. Wide open at the high post, doesn't want the shot, over to Perry. Perry driving, baseline right. Hooks a pass out to Almanor. Almanor fakes, gets open, shoots a three, it's good.
Well, I've been wanting to see how Ainsley was going to get his first look at the basket. He remained patient, Tom, and made the most of it.
Sold the pump fake. Vandy bought it, left him wide open. Edwards, left wing three, good. Yeah. Boy, he lets that thing fly in a hurry.
He does not take any time at all.
Vanderbilt back in front, 10-9. Already 8 points for Edwards. Almanor, left wing. Drives it to the left elbow, throws it back behind him to Williams. Hands it right side Robinson. Quick three, good for Kentucky. Second three for the Wildcats. They're back in front, 12-10.
Great execution.
Huffman down the right side, or left side. They're swinging right side to Collins. Collins guarded by Robinson. Tries to drive baseline, cut off. Nice defense by Robinson. Collins bounces it to the right elbow to McLaughlin. Hooks it back over his head to Edwards. Edwards gets into the lane. Drives in deep. Fall away jumper over Williams. Good.
Yeah, he'll shoot another one. He loves putting up shots. He'll put them up in buckets.
Game tied at 12. Edwards off to a fast start for Vanderbilt. Perry, left corner, lets it fly. In and out. No good. Rebound Vanderbilt. Huffman up the middle of the floor, picked up by Perry, drops it off behind him to Edwards. Over to McLaughlin. Right side Magnon, back to McLaughlin. He'll shoot a long three. Good.
Now you have to show him a little bit of respect. They don't want to shoot it, but if you bait them in, they will put it up.
Timeout. 14-12 to play. Kentucky takes the timeout. Vanderbilt goes back in front. 15-12. The Commodores already with 3 threes. And we'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
With the money they saved and earned by enrolling in LG&E and KU's new energy efficiency programs like Online Marketplace and Bring Your Own Thermostat, Frank was able to buy a pygmy goat. Sheila got bagpipes. Harry bought 10 pounds of Monk's Head cheese. Christy learned the Watusi and the Macarena. And Bruce, he bought a bicycle. Because he's just out there. Sign up now to earn money and save for whatever you're into. Visit lge-ku.com/save.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread.
All right, chat, so we're just at the beginning of this one. And it looks like with 14-12 to go in the first half, Vanderbilt with a 3-point lead over the Kentucky Wildcats. Now, listen, chat, when you're watching the stat screen here, that lower left-hand corner, the box there where it says Vanderbilt TV timeout, if a player has done anything in the game, if he's like scored a point at the basket, that will say his name and what he did. But also right there, it'll show his current game stats, what he has points-wise, three-point-wise, etc. For those of you that have bets or parlays on this game. So that's kind of what's going on there. Also, that is obviously a shot chart above there. The circles are made shots. The X's are missed shots. And then just above me here, you've got the current play. Now, this thing overall is usually quite a bit ahead of the call that you're hearing in your ear, but you get the gist. There's no way for me to speed up the internet, so that's what's going on there. But thank you for being here. Shout out to the 34 that stayed when they realized that I am not showing the game against YouTube terms of service, but enjoy it, y'all. I'll be on and off throughout the game.
Highly emotional game like this is for both teams. You just need to show a little bit of respect to them and put up a little resistance because they will continue to make them if they're wide open.
I mean, McLaughlin just made one. He's now 13 of 35 for the year on threes, but they have the freedom to shoot them.
That's exactly right. So that's what I mean. They would rather work it into the paint, get something going there, but you know, this is college basketball now. Everybody at least thinks they can shoot threes. They may not be able to, but there's no hesitation for any guy on the floor to put it up.
Mark Byington is the new coach for Vanderbilt after a 9-23 season for the Commodores last year. He came in from JMU, James Madison, where he was 54-15 in the last two seasons. Got them to the NCAA tournament last year where they upset Wisconsin.
Thank you so much,
Vanderbilt
Theo.
hasn't been to the NCAA tournament since 2017, but they boosted their resume with that win last Saturday here against Tennessee and looking to add to it now with a win over Kentucky. Vanderbilt has a new player in the game, Tyler Tanner, 6-foot freshman. How about this number? 37 assists for Tanner, 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
Butler back in for Kentucky. Brea and Garrison also in.
Smart player, very smart player. Doesn't make mistakes, as you just mentioned.
Jalen Carey in at the 5 spot. Came in from James Madison with his coach. He had the big block to save the win over Tennessee last Saturday. Here's Butler coming left side. Feeds it on the pick and roll for a dunk to Garrison.
Well, what a great cut to the basket by Brandon Garrison.
15-14 Vanderbilt. There's more of that offensive execution. Here's Tanner, bounce pass left side to Collins. Carey's got it straight away. Dribbles over to his left. Now holding the ball outstretched in his left hand. Spins passes to Tanner. Over for a 3 by Collins off the right side. That's no good. And Owe comes in and grabs the rebound and drives it up into front court. Owe going down the lane with a right-hand runner that comes off no good. He tapped it no. Rebound Carey for Vanderbilt.
Tough shot. Just kind of got caught up in the air. Had to shoot it.
Carey's got it straight away. Overhead pass to his right to Collins. Collins cross court to Tanner. Tanner back to Collins. Collins drives into the lane, into a double team, in trouble. Throws it out for a quick 3 by Nickel. It's off the mark, no good. Another rebound for Owe.
He's got to keep rebounding that basketball.
Kentucky with the basketball down 1. Brea's got it left wing. Quick closeout by Nickel, so he couldn't get a shot off. Brea comes out front. Now bounces it back on the pick and roll to Garrison. Cross-court pass to Owe, and it's knocked down and stolen by Vanderbilt. Not a good pass.
No, a bullet in traffic. That's hard for anybody to handle.
Left side, Tanner fakes the three, moves into the left elbow. His jumper's no good. Rebound, Butler. Kentucky doing a great job on the defensive glass so far. Butler sprints through the defense, goes for the rim. Ball stripped out of his hands and off his leg and out of bounds to Vanderbilt. It was, I think, Hoffman who made the nice defensive play. Hoffman stripped the ball and it went out the leg of Butler. No correction, it was Nickel who smacked down on the ball. And Trent Noah, freshman out of Harlan County, is coming into the game, replacing Owe. And Colin Chandler also in.
Colin Chandler also. So good opportunities for these freshmen to come in and make a good contribution.
So it's 4 guards with Garrison out there for Kentucky. 15-14 Vanderbilt leads. 12.5 to play in the first half. Collins attacks off the left wing. Spins, falls down, flips it up. No good. Rebound Garrison. Shovels a pass ahead to Butler up the left side. Cross court Noah. Dumps it down to the corner. 3. Brea. No good. Rebound tapped out by Noah, and it comes to Butler. Back to Brea. Brea thought about a 3 again, but he didn't take it. Backs out near the midcourt line. Almost lost the ball. He's got it. Brea just dribbling around. Slides right. Goes all the way over to the right wing. Throws it across court to Chandler for a 3. No good. Noah taps it up, but this time into the hands of Huffman for Vanderbilt. Huffman into front court. Huffman angles right, spins, passes out to Carey. He'll launch a long 3. Bank it in.
Oh, man, you hate to see those after defense has been so good.
He's now 5 of 23 on the season. 18-14 Vanderbilt. Here's Butler driving right of the lane into traffic, throws it out to Brea. Brea to Garrison straight away. He'll launch a 3 ball. It's no good. Rebounded by Carey. Vanderbilt up 4 with the ball. 11:20 left first half. Tanner shovels it to Carey at the top. Thought about another 3. Drives instead. Gets in deep. Leans into Garrison. Goes up. Left-hand shot. No good. Rebounded by Brea. Brea coming up on the jog into front court for Kentucky. Turns his back to Collins. Brea double-teamed out front. Overhead pass to Noah. Noah used up his dribble. He needs help. Floats a pass to Butler. Butler kicks it over to Garrison under the basket. Pump fake. Goes up and scores.
Just stayed with it there. And some contact, but he played through the contact.
18-16 Vanderbilt. Huffman right side. Gives it out front to Carey. Over to Collins. Collins on the left side. Back to Nickel at the top. Passes right side Huffman. His 3's no good. The ball is saved in by Carey, but then it goes out of bounds over on the far side. He knocked it away from Garrison, tried to save it in, but it just sailed out of bounds over on the far sideline. Gets us to a timeout with 10:33 to play in this opening half. It's Vanderbilt 18, Kentucky 16. This is the UK Sports Network.
Hey, DQ fans, do you really like cheeseburgers? Do you love a delicious deal? Well, boy, does DQ have just the thing for you. Say hello to the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal. Get 2 of our legendary DQ single burgers for $5 or 2 glorious third-pound double cheeseburgers for just $7. Keep yourself and your wallet nice and full. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Hey, Big Blue Nation, Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Kentucky Wildcat basketball action. Whether you're watching at home or whether you're stocking up for a party, they make it easy. To place an order for pickup or delivery, download the app or visit liquorbarn.com or call your local Liquor Barn store. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store, and you know what? You'll have more time for the cats. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cats!
Welcome to the American, where history meets charm and flavors unite. Our top 100 bourbon bar and Southern fine dining offer unforgettable experiences. Join us Friday through Sunday, 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. for Southern brunch amidst newly renovated ambiance. Craft memories here, where each clink, laugh, and moment shapes our ongoing story. Preserve today to be part of our timeless narrative. Raise a toast with bourbons, savor Southern flavors, experience history in every bite. Embrace Kentucky's charm and tradition. Join us at the American to make reservations and create legacy memories.
First half, Vanderbilt leading Kentucky 18-16. Out of Columbia, South Carolina, Mississippi State has moved out to a 9-point lead at South Carolina, 53-45, with about 4.5 minutes to play in that game. Goose, Vandy's missed 6 of its last 7 shots. Kentucky doing a good job on the glass. Only 7 rebounds total for the Commodores to 12 for Kentucky.
Yeah, and that's going to continue to be very, very important for Kentucky. You're forcing some misses now. Don't give them second chance opportunities. Vandy with 0 offensive rebounds to this point. So you have to keep that going. You won't hold them without one the entire game. If they do get one, just don't give up a 3.
This is the 207th all-time meeting between these two old rivals. Kentucky leads the series 157-49. Games played here in Nashville. It's 62-27 in favor of Kentucky, 52-21 here at Memorial Gymnasium. Kentucky with some unusual combinations today, Goose, because Andrew Carr was listed as out on the final availability report prior to the game. So they started Almanor at the 4, but we saw a little 4-guard lineup. They'll try to find, I think, keep looking for something until something really clicks.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because you want to see how guys react in adverse situations, and for the most part, Kentucky's done well. They have missed a couple of open shots, but got good minutes, really, from everyone who's come in off the bench. The only thing we haven't seen yet that I'm wondering if we will see is Kentucky to play with their 2 bigs, Brandon Garrison and, of course, Amari Williams. Will those 2 guys get some minutes together on the court or not? I don't know.
One thing that cooled off Vandy is that they took Edwards out for a break, but he's back in there now. 10 points already in his first half for him. He takes about a third of the shots for Vanderbilt. Butler hands it off to Noah straight away. He gives it to Robinson. Robinson comes left side. Now goes right off a Williams pick. Spins, passes back left side to Butler. Three's in the air, and it comes off no good. Noah flies in, grabs the rebound, throws it out to Brea, over to Robinson. Noah hustling for rebounds and deflections, tips off rebounds.
Minute plays. Get you minutes.
Butler double teamed out front, has it knocked away, gets it over to Brea on the right side. A deep 3 in the air. It's good.
He needs to get going. He really, really needs to find that shot.
3 threes, and the Cats are back in front, 19-18. First one for Kobe. He's made a 3 in 34 consecutive games now. McLaughlin driving right of the lane, gets cut off by Williams. Throws it way back out front to Edwards. He's guarded by Robinson. Slides off to his right. There's all the way down to the baseline. Fakes. Ball's knocked away, but it's picked up by McLaughlin. McLaughlin down to the baseline with a jump hook that's no good, and Noah grabs another rebound.
Boy, he is... I knew he would be active when he got in there.
And a turnover by Kentucky as Butler was coming up the right side, and he saw Noah maybe open for a 3, and Trent wasn't ready for the pass, didn't see it coming, and it sailed over his head. Butler out, Perry in.
Little miscommunication there. And again, if you played a lot of minutes, you know that pass is coming.
Good point.
He'll be ready for that the next time.
Third turnover for Kentucky. Tanner drives it over to the right elbow, spins behind, gives it behind him to Edwards, hooks it back to Tanner for a straightaway 3. Good. Tanner does not shoot a high percentage on 3s either, but the Commodores are knocking them down from everywhere.
It's the Kentucky effect.
21-19, Vandy back in front by 2. Noah out deep on the right, hands it to Robinson. He'll shoot a long 3. It's good. 2 of them for Jackson Robinson. Kentucky back in front, 22-21.
It's a shooter's gym. This really is.
Tanner floats over to the left side. Penetrates and then backs it out. Shovels a pass to McLaughlin at the top. Gives it out deep on the left to Edwards. Edwards tries to split 2 defenders. Comes back to the top of the key. Crosses over. Goes down to his right. Pass to the corner to Magnon. Magnon shoots over Noah. Missed it. Rebounds tapped out by Williams. Ends up in the hands of Magnon. He throws it to Tanner over to McLaughlin. They swing it right side for a 3. That's in and out. But it's rebounded by Magnon. Reverse layups. No good. And it's grabbed by McLaughlin. Vandy will get another chance.
Amari's got to get those.
Right side McLaughlin. His 3s. No good. Brea finally rips off a rebound for Kentucky. Perry into front court. Gives it up to Williams between the circles. Williams holding the ball high above his head, spins and dribbles to his right. Now he needs help. Passes to Noah on the right wing. Back to Williams straight away. Under 8 to play. Williams drives down the lane, comes to a stop, and gets fouled as McLaughlin bit on the pump fake and then went flying and landed on the back of Williams. McLaughlin's first, and that's the first foul of the game at the 7:49 mark.
Man, that's amazing.
Williams took a hard shot as McLaughlin landed on him, and McLaughlin is still, or Williams is still down. As Coach Mark Pope jogs down from the complete other end of the floor. Now Amari's up, and he is headed to the bench. And we're headed to a timeout. 7:49 left first half. Kentucky's fought its way back in front. 10 lead changes already, and it's Kentucky 22 and Vanderbilt 21 on the UK Sports Network.
Come and see all the good times that await you throughout Kentucky. Hike miles of trails surrounded by striking scenery. Catch fall festivals from lively music fests to local culture and heritage celebrations. Experience all the smells, sounds, and traditions of a bourbon distillery tour. Get nose to nose with some of the most magnificent and friendly horses anywhere, and so much more. Go to KentuckyTourism.com and plan your fantastic getaway. Kentucky. Come see for yourself.
Whoa, 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 Dave. Before you use that post hole digger, where's your gas line? And where's your wallet? Because you hit a gas line and it's going to cost you. Not to mention that it's also very dangerous. Okay, now, where's your phone? Good. Call 811 before you dig. One call, and you'll know where to dig every time. So call 811. No problems, no accident, no fines. Oh, and it's the law.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Years Bank broadcast table at Memorial Gym in Nashville, where Kentucky leads Vandy 22-21 with 7:49 left to play here in the opening half. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the UK Sports Network. Watch BBN Game Day all season long. The show airs Saturday mornings at 9 on WLEX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for TV affiliates and times in your area. If you're outside the state, watch at UKathletics.com/videos or on the Kentucky Wildcats Facebook page. Gustav, we watched practice yesterday and how hard Kentucky was working on their defense. Last two segments of the game, Vanderbilt has gone 2 of 13 from the field, so they're down under 40% for the day after that hot start.
Yeah, and, we were just talking rebounding for Kentucky on that defensive end of the floor. The last time out, Vandy with no second chance opportunities, no offensive rebounds, and that one possession, they get 3. So it shows you how important it is to stay focused on rebounding the basketball. Now, Vandy didn't score, but Kentucky didn't get another fast break opportunity either. So it hurts in both ways.
Just to show you there's not any jinxes in the game, on a day when Vandy'd already banked in a three-pointer, They got 4 shots and didn't score.
That's right. So I don't mind seeing that shot banked in early in the game, but when it's in the second half, late, 3 minutes left, and they throw up that shot and it has no chance of going, you think, and then all of a sudden it finds the backboard and ricochets in. That's when the jinx comes into play.
So Amari Williams is going to be at the free throw line for Kentucky. Vanderbilt has its starting group back in the game now, and that group made 6 of 10 to start the game.
Really like the job Trent Noah did. I just, from watching him in practice, I expect him to play well every time he gets minutes.
It's Perry, Robinson, Almanor, and Owe out there for Kentucky. 2 shots for Amari Williams, who's the 5th man on the floor. And the shot goes in and out. No good.
Brandon Garrison at the I don't want to say at the table, but I guess the scores table is over there. He'll come in.
One more shot for Williams. And it bounces in for Amari's third point. And after making one of two, he goes out. Brandon Garrison now at the 5 spot for Kentucky. Even with that flurry of offensive rebounds and that one Vanderbilt possession, the Cats are still +5 on the glass so far.
Yes.
Hogarth straight away. Floats over to his left. Picks up his dribble. Throws it out to Nickel. Back to Hogarth. To Nickel. Deep three. Straight away. Good. Gotta be with him on the catch. Vandy back in front. 24-22. First three of the day for Nickel. 46th on the season. Robinson down the right side. Cut off. Passes out to Almanor. Launches a three straight away. No good off the back iron. Rebound to Vanderbilt. Commodores quickly into front court. Edwards attacks off the right wing. Gets in deep. Feeds McLaughlin on the pick and roll. Goes up and scores. 4-point lead for Vanderbilt. 26-23. Pass to Robinson down the lane. Missed the runner on the backdoor cut. A pretty feed from Garrison, but Robin couldn't finish it. Vandy going the other way. Edwards driving. Baseline right. Flips it up and in. 12 for Edwards. 28-23 Vanderbilt.
A great cut to the basket and a great pass to Jackson Robinson, but didn't really focus on making that one.
Carey on the point. Feeds it over the right corner to Almanor. A collision. And an offensive foul as Nickel goes sliding back on his back. Almanor picks up Kentucky's first foul and the fourth turnover for the Wildcats. Almanor will go out. Noah coming back in. Butler back in on the point for Kentucky. 6:25 left to play in this first half as Vandy comes up the floor leading 28-23. Hogarth out deep on the right side. Guarded by Butler. Now he dribbles over to the left. Dribbling with his right hand as he walks it back to the right side. Hooks it over his left shoulder to Nickel. Goes up and double dribbles.
Good adjustment by Lamont Butler to get a hand up on that shot.
Nickel was ready to lock and load for that three-pointer, and Butler was there on the catch and threw him off.
Yes, that's where you must play it.
First Vanderbilt turnover of the day. They only average about 10 per game. Collins checking in as Carey returns also. Edwards and McLaughlin go out. 28-23 Vanderbilt as we hit the 6-minute mark in the first half. Butler comes into front court, gives it up to Garrison at the top. Dribbles left, feeds it down low to Robinson, tries to pass it out to the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Hogarth on the deflection. It'll be Kentucky's ball on the right baseline.
This is a stretch, Tom, where Jackson Robinson needs to find some shots. I mean, this is the time, and that doesn't mean standing around at the three-point line. That means finding a shot or two for yourself.
Comes into Garrison in the right corner. He hands it to Owe, who dribbles out to the wing, floats it back to Garrison, leaps to make the two-handed catch. Garrison has used up his dribble now. Owe comes to get it. 4 to shoot. Owe spinning, goes right, loses the ball. Vanderbilt's got it. Hogarth ahead, tried to throw it behind him, and it's deflected and stolen by Kentucky. Noah comes up with a loose ball. Noah gonna let it fly, left wing, missed it. Rebound Vanderbilt, batted around, loose on the floor, picked up by Noah. He goes up and scores for Kentucky.
Boy, and got hit and did not get the whistle. Should be shooting a free throw.
Butler kept it alive, and Noah found the loose ball and drove and scored. 28-25 Vandy. Big hoop for Kentucky. We hit the 5-minute mark. Hogarth goes left, gives it back behind him to Carey. Carey drives in deep, ball stripped away, and Garrison dives on the floor after it. Then it's taken away from him by Carey. Out to Nickel for an open three. Rattles out. They dodge a bullet there. Garrison rebounds it. In transition, here's Robinson, a pull-up three, short, and the long rebound taken by Vanderbilt. Collins finds it on the floor and brings it up into front court. Collins works left, cut off by Butler, spins, passes to Carey. He's going to shoot another three, no good. The rebound tapped by Owe over to Hogarth. Cross-court pass to Magnon, who banks it up and in on the right baseline. Good look by Hogarth, the veteran, across diagonally to find Magnon working against Noah down low.
I think Lamont Butler hit his shoulder that time, that injury he's been dealing with.
Steal by Vanderbilt on a dribble handoff as Collins going the other way, and then Butler catches up and strips it away, and it goes out of bounds off him to Vanderbilt. Quite a recovery there by Butler as Garrison dribbled to the left and just wanted to hand it to Butler, and Collins shot the gap between them and stole the ball.
Yeah, well, they've been well scouted, have Kentucky, and that handoff there, it's just not there. So we'll see if Kentucky changes that up a little bit. And they're trying to get some backdoor cuts.
Butler out, Chandler in. Vandy's ball comes in to Carey, drives into the lane, working against Williams. Fall away jump hook, bounces in. Carey makes it a 7-point Vanderbilt lead. 32-25, largest of the first half for the Commodores. Chandler running the point now for Kentucky, takes it down the right sideline, goes all the way to the corner, has the ball stripped and stolen away.
Too much dribbling there.
Tanner comes up into front court, hands it to Edwards. A long three's no good. Williams rips it off. A little bit of a heat check there for Edwards, who's had a big first half. Now Jackson Robinson into front court for Kentucky. He's running the point. Gives it left side to Brea. Brea back to Robinson. Floats a pass to Williams. And Lynn loses the ball. Edwards picks it up, slings it ahead to Carey for the dunk.
Might be time for a timeout.
Timeout, Kentucky. Vanderbilt does a great job forcing turnovers, and they've just had a flurry of miscues by Kentucky to take advantage of, and they lead it 34-25 with 3:16 to play. This is the UK Sports Network.
So Vanderbilt goes off as we approach halftime. They go absolutely off and take a big lead in this one. It's now 34-25 with 3:16 remaining in this first half. A TV timeout on the floor. Here is your scoring by halves. You see the score is 34-25. Current betting odds according to BetMGM. According to BetMGM, the Commodores now the favorite in this one by 1.5, minus 118 on the money line. Wildcats minus 105. That 161.5, I believe, is lower. Yeah, it's lower than the pregame over-under. Here is the scoring by team. If you've got bets or parlays working. Leading scorer for the Wildcats. Boom, 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 boom. Looks like they don't give you total points for these on this one. That's kind of weird. Am I missing something here? Yeah, I just see the field goal percentage, the 3-point percentage, but I don't see like a cumulative score. Interesting. But anywho, as I mentioned before, this little box right here, you'll see my mouse go over there, I believe. That little box right here, that tells you what just happened. So as an example, Jalen Carey dunks the ball. It would say Jalen Carey dunks, and it would show his stat line right here, y'all. It would show the stat line right here. But here we go, back to it. 3:16 to go before the half. Commodores with the lead over number 9, Kentucky.
And Kentucky falling right into that trap with 9. They have 7 points off of those 9 turnovers, as you mentioned. But, boy, it's one of those things that you must, as a player, playing against a team like Vandy, you must value that possession every time you get the ball. And Kentucky has not been as aggressive, holding on to the ball, making the good, strong moves to the basket that will get them points either by making the shot or to the free throw line. So, you just have to understand who you're playing against. And make it a point to protect the basketball.
In games away from Rupp Arena, in which Kentucky has lost, they've shot 23% on threes. And in this first half, so far, they're at 31% on 4 of 13, 10 of 24 overall for 42% on the day. And Butler back in there at the point. Kentucky has struggled when he hasn't been out there running the show. Comes into Brea as Vandy's picking up in backcourt. Brea works it across the line. Now he hands it off to Butler. Noah, Robinson, and Williams out there. 4 guards on the floor again. Noah dribbles left, hands it to Butler. Butler comes across the circle, moving right. Passes down in the corner. Brea's 3 is no good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt. Ripped off by Carey. Edwards now coming up into front court. Edwards always looking to shoot it. Angles right. Tries to turn the corner. Gets in deep. Leans in. Williams blocks it. And the ball caroms to Carey, and he's fouled on the putback attempt. So a second chance is going to lead to 2 shots. Foul is on Noah, his first, Kentucky's second.
Pretty simple game, Tom. When Kentucky was controlling the glass, they were ahead in this game. Now that Vandy seems to be finding the inside on that defensive, on their offensive end of the floor, getting those extra opportunities, man, it's just very difficult.
First one hits the back of the iron and bounces off. One more shot for Carey as Huffman comes in and Edwards goes out. Coming into this game, Kentucky had played 5 of the top 6 offensive rebounding teams in SEC play. The other one is Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Yes.
One more shot for Carey. No good. Empty trip. Rebounded by Kentucky.
Got to cash in on this.
Vandy's on a 13-2 run right now with 2:35 to play in the half. Almanor back in the game. Gives it to Butler. Butler down to the right side of the lane. All the way to the baseline. Dribbles out to the corner. Comes back in deep. Goes up. Gets his shot blocked. And it comes off to Huffman. Huffman up the left side. Now angles over to the right. Gives it to Magnon. Comes through the lane. Throws it out to Carey. He'll take another 3. It's no good. Rebound lost out of bounds. Touch last by Kentucky. Yes. Another second chance coming here for Vanderbilt.
It's just really, really frustrating when you play and you force a miss for one of those guards and the bigs don't clean that thing up on the inside.
Garrison coming back in for Kentucky. Nickel and Hogard back in for Vanderbilt. Commodores ball on the right baseline. Comes to Nickel in the corner. Brea right with him. Out to Carey. They swing it left side to Collins. Thought about the 3. Backs out. Gives it to Hogard to Collins. He'll take that 3 now from the top. Good. 16-2 run for the Commodores. And they lead it by 12. 37-25. Long drought here for Kentucky. Garrison straight away. Needs help. Hands it to Brea. Brea gets knocked down and fouled by Collins. Just the second on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's had 6 different players make 3-point baskets in this first half.
Well, I give Vandy a lot of credit for what they're doing defensively to Kentucky. I haven't seen them look as though they are totally confused with what they want to try to accomplish offensively. This is a first.
Yes, Kentucky is just struggling right now to find some level of comfort in its half court after that fast start. Here's Garrison straight away, faces up, dribbles in, leaner, good.
They're going to back off of you. Go ahead and take it. That's the same philosophy Vandy is working under.
Yes.
They're going to back off of you, take the shot.
37-27 Vanderbilt, 1:20 to play in the half. Tanner passes left side to Collins, who just made a 3. Collins to McLaughlin at the top. Gives it right side to Tanner. Tanner almost lost the ball. Now he scoops it and shovels it over to McLaughlin, who hands it to Nickel. Nickel throws it out to Hogard. Fires it down low, wide open. McLaughlin turns and scores.
No communication on the backside there.
39-27 Vanderbilt. 50 seconds to play in the half. Owe comes into front court out deep on the right. Picks up his dribble. Passes to Garrison. Garrison backing down against McLaughlin. Finally can't move him. He hands it to Butler. Butler with 12 on the shot clock. Jammed out front. He can't get off a shot. Feeds it in low to Garrison. Garrison dribbles once, and then the ball flies out of his hands, and Hogarth's got it. Throws it up into front court to Tanner. Lob and layup good for Collins. Vandy by 14.
Just a clinic for Vandy on both ends of the floor.
18 seconds to play and a half. Butler out deep on the right side. Walks it to the middle of the floor. It's getting loud in Memorial Gymnasium. Butler all the way to the left corner. Hesitates. Double team. Over to Garrison. Floats up a shot. It bounces around. Won't go. Tapped by Owe. No good. Tapped out to Garrison. Half a second. Flips up a shot that won't go. And that last possession, kind of the tail of the last half of the first half for Kentucky. The Wildcats had a 23-21 lead with a little over 7.5 minutes to play. Now Vanderbilt goes to halftime leading 41-27. This is the UK Sports Network.
This jackpot is smoking hot. Warm up this season with the new Kentucky Jackpot Scratch-Offs. Play for your chance to win up to $3 million when you play. And that's not it. You could win even more when you enter your tickets online for a chance to win the rolling.
All right, chat. So we are at the half. And as I mentioned, Vanderbilt caught fire just before the half. And they've pushed this out to a rather large lead. It's currently 41-27 at the half. Here are the current live odds for this contest. Now the Commodores a 6.5-point favorite. Kentucky, the 6.5-point dog. Commodores minus 300 on the money line. Wildcats plus 230. And that total point score, the over-under, is down to 156.5 from a pregame high of 165.5. Here is your stat page for both teams, the individual players. I wish they did a better job of team odds. There we go. There we go. Here's your team comparison. I'll move AI Valhalla out the way. Kentucky shooting 11 for 29 from the field to 17 to 38. So Vanderbilt's just getting more shots as well, chat. They are definitely putting up more shots. And they're doing a lot better from three-point land. You see the little dot tells you which team has an advantage in that area. What's up, Gary A? What's up, man? Julie Anderson checks in, says Cats by 9. Not yet. Not yet. There you go. There are the team stats. And we talked about the team rankings earlier in the pregame. In the old pregame. But let's get this reset. As I enjoy a slice of pizza. But 41-27, Kentucky losing to Vandy. They could drop out of the top 10 should they lose this one, chat. Without a doubt. Get you back to the audio.
Playing today for Vanderbilt, Jason Edwards had 12 points in a flash early in the game, and he is still sitting on 12, 7 each for Jalen Carey off the bench and for Devin McLaughlin. So out of their 5 spot, they got 14 points in the first half, Goose.
Yeah, and their bigs, I mean, they're not huge, but their bigs have just out-toughed Kentucky in the paint. I mean, it's that plain and that simple. They just doing what they want around the basket, leading Kentucky 18-14 on points in the paint. It's been a strange-looking game for me because you usually don't see Kentucky in so many one-on-one dribble situations. This team is not built to be able to do that. early in the game, Kentucky was cutting without the ball. The ball was moving from side to side, and they were getting high percentage shots. But Vandy stepped up and said, "You're not going to do it." And Kentucky kind of said, "Okay." And now they have to come back to doing what they know they can do and get back in this game, and it must happen quickly.
They're down 14 at halftime. Vanderbilt 41, Kentucky 27. This is the UK Sports Network.
Hey Wildcat fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first wash is free. Visit Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now. Zips Car Wash, official car wash of the Kentucky Wildcats.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Now through February 3rd, get a great lease deal or $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 or 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or get 4.99 APR financing on remaining new 24 Tacomas and new 25s. With approved credit through TFS. Excludes TRD Pro and Trailhunter models. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Get yourself Toyota ready. Toyota, let's go places.
Our lives are full of moments, big and small. And at Maple & J, we believe your jewelry should be there for all of it. That's why we craft each piece by hand, using precious metals made to endure all of life's demands. Timeless and tough, sentimental and chic. This everyday jewelry becomes a part of you and the memories you share with others. That's why we're proud to be the official jewelry of UK Athletics. Maple & J. Never take them off.
Are you working against the clock and need metal fast? Hi, I'm Jeff Shepard. Metals Depot Express in Winchester had just what I needed to slam dunk my project. They stock thousands of shapes and sizes of steel, aluminum, stainless, brass, and more. From a handful to a truckload, Metals Depot is your one-stop shop for industrial metals. Shop online at metalsdepot.com or visit their retail store and warehouse in Winchester. Metals Depot Express. Get just what you need delivered.
Halftime in Nashville, Kentucky finds themselves in a 41-27 deficit at Vanderbilt after shooting just 38% from the floor and committing 10 turnovers in that opening 20 minutes there in Nashville. That's what's going on the road. Time now to see what's going on around campus with UK at the half.
Last summer, UK Healthcare opened Kentucky's first emergency psychiatric assessment, treatment, and healing unit, known as Empath. Empath units are carefully designed physical environments that help patients get immediate support for an acute mental health issue. They offer a calming, more appropriate alternative to seeking mental health care than a traditional emergency department. Here's Mark Woods, Chief Nursing Officer at Eastern State Hospital.
What we know about the emergency room, they give amazing care, but behavioral health patients oftentimes get prioritized down the list, right? So if they're taking care of a gunshot wound or a motor vehicle accident or some other crisis, the behavioral health patient might get prioritized down the list. We also know it's not a great setting for the patient to show up in, right? EDs tend to be a little noisy. They may not be greeted by someone who has an expertise in behavioral health. And what the Empath Center does is sort of like reverses all of that. So the patient shows up here, we immediately greet them and try to assess what their behavioral health needs are.
When would someone need Empath? Eastern State Hospital Chief Administrative Officer Lindsay Jasinski says a mental health crisis is defined by the patient.
They can decide what's a crisis for them. Anytime there's something that's impairing their ability to do their day-to-day functions, take care of themselves, to keep themselves safe, to go to work, to do all those things. It might be a panic attack, it might be substance use, it might be significant depression. Any of those would really be a crisis for that person because it's going to cause problems down the line if they aren't able to address it quickly.
At Empath, the focus is on addressing a patient's psychosocial and medical needs. That could range from ensuring any physical health problems are addressed to just making sure the patient has had a chance to eat. Once a patient is stabilized, they are quickly referred to the next level of care, which could be inpatient treatment, but is more commonly outpatient services.
So it allows that clinician to be able to say, are you hungry? Would you like a Coke? Would you like some chips or whatever it is? And then that sort of that's kind of an opener to be able to start that relationship.
We are collaborating significantly with our community partners to make sure that those transitions to whatever service the person needs are very seamless and we can get them anything that they need. This is designed to be very low barrier. So unlike crisis stabilization of the past, this is come in, we'll figure it out. You can't be too sick or not sick enough for an empath unit.
For UK at the Half, I'm Allison Perry.
Vanderbilt in front, 41-27 of the Cats. A lot of work to do in the second half for Kentucky. More halftime coverage after this on the UK Sports Network.
Right corner, 3-ball, got it!
Tune into the UK Healthcare Mark Pope Show on the UK Sports Network. Join the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, and head coach Mark Pope as they take questions from the Big Blue Nation.
Another three, got it! My goodness!
Join them at 6 p.m. every Monday night throughout the entire basketball season.
Just jammed it in on the putback.
Check your local listings for the UK Sports Network affiliate in your area.
Finished it with a left hand off the glass.
The University of Kentucky has students from all 50 states, more than 100 countries, and perhaps just as impressive, all 120 Kentucky counties. What you may also find impressive is that in each of the 120 counties is a local Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent, someone who's always there to make things right after a storm or accident. Many Farm Bureau agents even graduated from UK, no doubt majoring in taking care of Kentuckians. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Looking for a dealership you can trust? Come to Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond. We are a well-established, family-owned business, and we've been helping families find their perfect vehicle since 1964. We offer competitive prices every day and top dollar for your trade. Visit us today at 819 Eastern Bypass in Richmond, or check out our inventory online at jackburford.com. Come see why generations of families trust Jack Burford Chevrolet.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
It's time to look at the Central Bank SEC scoreboard.
41-27, Kentucky trailing Vanderbilt at the break. Big day across the Southeastern Conference. We mentioned in the pregame a lot of 3-2 teams in the SEC, including Kentucky, as this game now proving to be very important for them. Vanderbilt looking to join the party in the middle to top of that SEC table as they are 3-3 entering play today. Mississippi State leading South Carolina with 6 seconds to go in overtime, 61-58. Perhaps another near miss for the Gamecocks. Later on this afternoon, it's Georgia visiting number 5 Florida. Number 16, Ole Miss at number 22, Mizzou. And the big one tonight, 8:30, number 1, Auburn hosting number 6, Tennessee. That your Central Bank SEC scoreboard. Second half action coming up here on the UK Sports Network.
Hey, Big Biscuit Nation. Biscuit Belly, a chef-driven, fast-casual brunch restaurant focused on over-the-top, made-from-scratch biscuit sandwiches, is your go-to spot for breakfast and brunch in Lexington. Known for their biscuits, brunch, and booze, there's something for everyone on the menu. Now serving Lexington with 2 locations. Visit us at 652 East Main Street downtown, or head on over to Masterson Station at 112 Lucille Drive. Go Cats and go Big Biscuits.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Manchester is Lexington's award-winning upscale boutique hotel. Located in the historic Distillery District, the Manchester features 124 guest rooms with 4 expansive suites, a spirited lobby bar, and 2 elevated dining spaces. Grand Dam, the hotel's flagship restaurant, offers locally sourced bluegrass-inspired dishes. Lost Palm is our rooftop restaurant and bar, a tropical oasis featuring Latin-inspired shared plates and a tiki cocktail program with the best views of downtown Lexington. For reservations, visit themanchesterky.com.
Hey, there's a penny by your foot.
A penny? Find a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck?
Come on, let's aim higher.
For the nickel!
But how often do you find free nickels?
Every day at Thornton's. Save 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day with Thornton's Refreshing Rewards.
Then we need a new adage. Come to Thornton's, pump your gas, save some nickels with every pass. They'll add up to save a buck. How does that sound for a little luck?
That is way better than pennies.
Get 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day at your local Thornton's. Valid on fuel purchases up to 35 gallons. Requires download of the Refreshing Rewards app and successful registration.
Ready to go with the second half here in Nashville, where the Commodores lead the Kentucky Wildcats 41-27 in the last 8 minutes of the first half. Vanderbilt made 9 of 15 shots to Kentucky's 2 of 10. And the Wildcats had 7 turnovers during that time as well. So, Goose, they've obviously got to find a way to turn those numbers around.
Yeah, well, the one thing you want when you come to Nashville is as much time shooting in this building as possible. Kentucky, I think, came yesterday when they got here, right here to Memorial Coliseum and shot. They had a scouting report, had a shoot-around scheduled for this morning. And what happened was just a little bit before they were getting ready to come over here for shoot-around, they got notice from Vandy that the gym wasn't available. So they weren't able to come over to shoot-around today. They had to just do it in the hotel, a walkthrough. So you want to get more shots up than Kentucky was able to do it, but that was not their fault.
Kentucky.
I was just going to say, Tom, but the thing that concerns me to this half is that Vandy has had a bunch more energy than Kentucky has. So they've gotten to the loose balls, the 50-50. They've gotten on the break. They've done little things and rebounded the basketball because they've had more energy. Kentucky just has to pick up the energy level.
Kentucky has trailed by double digits at some point in a game 5 times this season. They've come back to win 3 of them. That's what they've got to do here today. Vandy's got the ball to start the second half. Starters out there for both teams. Hogard comes into the paint. Ball's knocked loose. It flies up into the air, and Butler's got it. He gets smacked in the face. Should have been a foul.
Boy, that's
Hogard.
amazing. Amazing.
Vandy comes into front court, or Kentucky comes into front court. Robinson goes down the left side of the lane. Backs out. Gives it to Almanor. Almanor drives right. He hands it to Owe. Owe up with a 15-footer that bounces off. No good. Rebounded, though, by Williams for Kentucky. Slings a pass out to Butler. Wide open 3. Good.
It's a good start. Good start. Chase down another shot opportunity.
First bucket of the day is a 3-pointer for Lamont Butler. 41-30. Hustle play by Amari Williams leads to a 3 for Kentucky. Magnon on the right side. Edwards comes to get it. Edwards penetrates, falls down, and a whistle and a foul called on Kentucky's Lamont Butler. It's his first.
Yeah, nobody in foul trouble. I think both teams got, 2 fouls called on them in the first half? So no foul trouble anywhere to be found.
Vandy's ball down on the right baseline. Kentucky going left to right toward its own bench down in the end zone in this second half. Hogard looks into the lane, can't find anybody, gets it to Edwards, fires up a quick 3 that's no good, and it bounces over the backboard and out of bounds to Kentucky.
Just got to
get a stop.
Got to take advantage of every one of these stops you get.
They've gotten 2 so far. They converted off the first one. I'd like to see them get Owe going here soon. Ortega has scored more and shot it better in the second halves of games this season. He's sitting on 4 points right now. He's got it straight away just outside the midcourt circle. Guarded by Edwards. Owe fakes left, goes right, cut off, shovels it behind him to Almanor, gives it back to Owe. Owe driving left of the lane, goes up and gets fouled.
Yes. Now that's the kind of aggressive move that you got from Vandy in the first half.
Yes.
They make you foul them. They make you get out of the way. Kentucky has to come with the same thing.
2 shots for Owe. The foul was on Edwards, his first. Ortega scored in double figures in every game, the only SEC player to do that this season, after Wade Taylor of Texas A&M had only 4 on Tuesday night in their win at Ole Miss. Free throw good for Owe's 5th point. He's a 77% shooter at the line. Kentucky's got it back to 10. Could go to single digits if he makes another one. And it rolls around and drops in. 41-32 Vanderbilt.
Just got to keep chipping away.
2 stops and 5 points for Kentucky on the other end. Vanderbilt's got it back. Edwards out deep on the left. Bounce pass to McLaughlin. Left baseline. Backing into the lane, kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards goes to the corner, out to McLaughlin. He'll fire up a 3. No good. A long rebound is tapped out by Nickel, chased down by Edwards. Edwards drives across the lane to his right, hooks up a shot that comes off, no good. And Owe rips off a 2-handed rebound and drives it up the right side. Owe driving at Nickel, cut off, passes to Williams. Williams works his way down the left side of the lane, passes to the corner. Here's Almanor, wide open 3. Got it!
Yeah, just the start we wanted, guys. Just the start we wanted.
Timeout Vanderbilt, an 8-0 run to start the second half with the Cats, including 3s from Butler and Almanor. Vanderbilt 41, Kentucky 35 on the UK Sports Network.
Every bank claims to have great customer service. But at Republic Bank, you don't have to take our word for it. According to a recent customer satisfaction study by the Qualtrics XM Institute, Republic Bank customers are nearly 3 times more likely to recommend us to friends and family compared to the industry average. That's right, nearly 3 times. So, what are you waiting for? Choose a bank you can brag about. Republic Bank. It's just easier here. Member FDIC.
At the University of Kentucky, we do more than harvest from our rich legacy.
We sow and nurture the dreams and the dreamers.
The graduates who plant themselves here.
The seekers who advance patient-saving care and research.
The community leaders who transform lives.
We do more than survive in Kentucky.
We strive in Kentucky. We thrive in Kentucky.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
58 left to play in this game, and Vanderbilt takes a timeout after Kentucky comes out and scores 8 straight to start the second half. It's 41-35 Commodores. Amari Williams providing our key scholarship, key play of the game. Kentucky got a stop on Vanderbilt's first possession of the second half, went down, missed a shot, but Amari found a way to come up with a loose ball, get it back out to a wide-open Butler who made the 3 and got this run started. Since 1999, $532 million in scholarships and grants funded by lottery proceeds have been used right here at UK. The Kentucky Lottery truly is fueling imagination and funding education. And just hustle plays like that can get you going sometimes, Goose.
Yeah, and usually, Tom, when you're down, you have to expend a lot of energy to get back in the game. I don't want to say Kentucky didn't have to do that, but they really didn't have to do that. The one extraordinary play was that rebound you just talked about on the offensive end when Amari Williams chased that thing down, and it created another opportunity. Hadn't been a lot of scrambling on defense, trapping, and all of this kind of stuff. So Kentucky energy-wise should still be strong, but the focus has to stay on defense.
And they've got to take care of the basketball. They've done that so far in these first just 2 minutes, but they did that for the first 10 to 12 minutes of the first half, and then they had 7 turnovers in the last 8 minutes, fueling a lot of runouts and padding Vanderbilt's lead going into the locker room. So
Yeah, that's a great
Kentucky
point.
is on its way back and has done it quickly. So, to your point, sometimes when you have to chip away, it's hard to finish it off. When you can make a run like this and they're back within 6, they're back in it quickly in just 2 minutes.
Now, here's the thing Kentucky's going to have to do. They're going to have to prevent Vandy from running off 4, 6, 8 straight points because it negates all you have accomplished to this point in the second half.
Hogard comes into front court for Vandy. Dribbles it over to his right. Now reverses it to Magnon. He's wide open. He'll take it, and he'll miss it. And it's rebounded by Williams. The numbers are starting to play out. The Vandy guys that don't shoot the three well are starting to miss them after hitting them early. Robinson feeds it down low to Williams. Williams back to the basket. Drops it off to Robinson. Cutting down the lane. Fires it out in the left corner to Butler. Over to Owe. Owe drives. Splits 2 defenders. Banks it in. Got fouled. Another 3-point opportunity for Kentucky.
Yes. Great ball movement. Great cuts. I mean, that's been the biggest difference. The aggressive first step to the basket keeps Vandy's defense off balance. I mean, Vandy is not a great defensive team. They give up percentages. So you have to be a little bit quicker than they are, and Kentucky has been.
Owe had 4 points at halftime. He's shooting for 9 now. He can bring Kentucky to within 3, and he does.
Just don't lose focus defensively. And remember, biggest part of defense is rebounding that basketball.
Kentucky fans come to their feet here at Vanderbilt. Hogard straight away. Dribbles left. He's going to shoot a 3, and it goes in. Rattled and stayed. His first basket of the game. Kentucky back in front court. Butler driving right side.
Wow.
Drives on Huffman. Couple of fouls that weren't called. Pass out front is stolen away by Magnon. Magnon driving the other way. Butler knocks it away from behind. Loose ball picked up by Vanderbilt. They save it. Pass way out deep on the left side to Hogard. He's going to pull up and shoot another 3. And this one banks off the glass. No good, and Almanor chases down the rebound.
Just not sure, Tom, why those fouls are not called when they're bodying up like that.
44-38 Vanderbilt. Butler at the top, hands it to Owe. Owe goes left, backs out, bounces it down low to Williams. Back to the basket, dribbles to his right, goes up, muscles it up, got fouled, and there's the call.
Boy,
late, but he got the call.
Late whistle.
His second, team second.
Boy, I just don't quite get it.
44-38 Vanderbilt with 16:25 to play. Amari Williams stepping to the free throw line. I think he also got fouled from behind by Magnon.
He did.
Trying to reach in. 2 shots for Williams, 1 for 2 today. Made it. For Vanderbilt. Oh, for Kentucky, excuse me. Brea pops up off the bench, and he will replace Butler. So that'll mean Robinson will run the point now for Kentucky.
Well, Robinson has been matched up against Jason Edwards, and his size has caused problems. Edwards got off to such a great start.
Free throw rims out, no good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt. 44-39. Commodores with the ball, up 5. Huffman on the point now for Vanderbilt. Floats over to his left, now reverses it to Magnon, who hands it back to Huffman. Pass to the corner to Edwards. Starts in, backs out, gives it to McLaughlin, back to Edwards. Edwards gets into the lane, jump stop, can't get a shot off against the size. Out for a 3 straight away, that's good by Nickel. Can't let him see a good look at the basket. 47-39, Vanderbilt back in front by 8. Some backcourt pressure, Kentucky handles it. Owe gives it to Williams, it's knocked away, and Owe's got it back. Out deep on the left side. Going to work against Nickel. Couple of crossovers. Pull up 15-footer. Good for Otega. Owe into double figures again with 11. 47-41 Vandy.
And I love that Owe looked at Williams and said, you got to hold him off.
Yeah.
That's your job to catch this ball.
47-41 Vandy with the ball. Edwards going right. Comes back to the left. Spins. Shoots it over Robinson and scoops it in.
Well, if he's got to work that hard for a bucket every time, you might take that.
49-41 Vandy. 3 right side. Good for Almanor. 49-44. Andy's lead cut back down to 5.
Need a stop here, and a dead ball is a timeout.
Edwards in a double team right side, has it knocked away. It goes out of bounds off the hand of Owe, and a timeout on the floor. 14:57 to play. Kentucky cut it to 3. Vandy's pushed it back to a 5-point lead. Commodores 49, Wildcats 44 on the UK Sports Network.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's care centered on you. Visit baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Zaxby's just out-Phillied the Philly again. The Zaxby's Chicken Philly is back with garlic aioli, sauteed peppers and onions, decadent melty cheese, and your choice of Zaxby's signature crispy chicken fingers or delicious grilled chicken. But it's only back for a limited time, so enjoy it while you can. No pressure. It's just the greatest sandwich of all time on a ticking clock. Order the Chicken Philly today. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Kentucky Basketball Podcast presented by UK Federal Credit Union today. It's available for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and the official UK Athletics app. Vanderbilt 49, Kentucky 44. 14:57 to play here in Nashville. Mississippi State needed overtime today to win at South Carolina. 65-60 was the final. The Gamecocks have taken now Mississippi State, Auburn, and Florida right down to the wire and lost all 3 of them on their home court. So some tough beats there. Kentucky trying to look for just the opposite today, a comeback win. They were down 14 at halftime. They're down 5 now. How are they doing it, Goose?
Well, every dead ball, I look at the stat sheet, man, and I look at the rebound total, and Kentucky has moved that rebound total up to a 5 rebound advantage. It was 2 at halftime. Now it's 5, and only 1 offensive rebound, but no points for Vandy in this half. So, I mean, it just means so much to this team when they rebound the ball and get themselves quick opportunities on the other end.
Without Andrew Carr, Ansley Almanor starting to step up. He's made 2 threes in this half. He had 9 points, but always the guy that's sparked this run in the second half, and he scored 7 of Kentucky's 14 points.
And I think it should be pointed out when you mention Ansley Almanor, he has given Kentucky good minutes as of late anyway.
Yes.
And of course, Carr has been hurt. He's been able to play, but he hasn't been able to give what he has given all season long. But Ainsley has been a real stopgap kind of guy in those added minutes that he's gotten. Plays quietly, effective, but when he's making those shots, it's even a bigger plus having him on the floor.
Garrison, Brea, Owe, Robinson, and Almanor on the floor for Kentucky. Vanderbilt's ball on the right side. Comes into Carey, who's checked in. He hands it to Collins. Collins takes it out deep on the left side. Passes to Edwards in the middle, guarded by Robinson. Edwards comes in, steps back. Backing out a couple steps beyond the three-point line. Starts in, slides left. Quick 3 in the air. No good. Rebounded by Garrison for Kentucky.
Well, good to see 2 blue shirts going up fighting for that rebound.
Brea the other one. Garrison dribbles right, hands it to Robinson. Left elbow jumper. Good.
Well, this team just feels better about themselves when Jackson Robinson is more involved offensively.
They scored 27 points in the first half. They've scored 19 in the first and a half, 5.5 in the second half. Right corner threes, no good for Nickel. Rebounded by Brea. Brea brings it up the middle of the floor himself. Cats down 3 with the ball. Brea goes left, penetrates inside the arc, backing his way down. Pump fake, twists, turns, misses a leaner. Rebounded by Carey for Vanderbilt.
And you can't fall away when you have that much size advantage. Make the official blow the whistle.
Edwards down the right sideline, all the way to the corner, backs out, throws it way out front to Huffman. Gives it to his right to Carey. They wanted to hand it to Edwards. Robinson wouldn't let him. Here's Collins off the right side. A 3. No good. Long rebound snatched by Owe, who turns and drives it up the right side. Owe angles into the middle, into the lane. Pump fake, slides the pass over to Garrison, banks it up, and it goes in.
That was big, Tom. That was big.
1 point lead for Vandy. Garrison waving his hands for more noise from all these Kentucky fans, and here it comes. Huffman right at the circle for Vandy. Their 14-point lead's down to 1. Edwards left of the circle. Can't penetrate inside. Fires a one-handed pass back over to Huffman. Shot clock at 10. Huffman to Nickel. Nickel driving down the lane. Goes for the rim. Banks it up and in. Tough shot. 51-48. Vanderbilt's lead is 3. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Robinson comes across the line. Gives it up to Garrison. Garrison goes left, hands it to Owe. Owe straight away. Left side, Robinson. Deep 3. Money! Tie game!
See how that ball's moving, though, Tom? They're passing it, not a lot of dribbling. That's the Kentucky offense we're used to.
51-all with 12:35 to play. Huffman down the lane, pitches it out to Collins. They throw it out front to Carey, gives it left side to Edwards. Edwards at the top. Comes left, goes in, backs out, attacks again, can't get a look. Over to Huffman, shot clock at 8. Huffman gives it right side to Collins. They'll let him have the 3. Banks off the glass, no good. Tapped out into the hands of Robinson. Carey tapped it out, but Robinson ran over to grab it. They swing it left side, Brea. Fake, slides right, a 3 for the lead. No good. Rebound tapped. Owe grabs it. Owe under the basket, loses the ball. It's off his hand, out of bounds to Vandy.
Kobe, shoot that thing, man.
Noah and Butler check in. Almanor will go out, so Kentucky will go a little smaller. Owe getting a breather as well, but there's immediate timeout coming up at the next dead ball.
Well, I understand what Kobe did there, and I wanted him to let it go because, to me, he's a much better shooter on the catch and release as opposed to catch, pump fake, dribble, get it, collect yourself, let it go. But they're running at him at the line, and they're going for the block every time. So I understood him passing that up, but he's at his best when he's catching and he's letting it go before it's in his hand good.
Robinson, Noah, Garrison, Brea, and Butler on the floor for Kentucky. The Cats were down 14 at the break. They pulled even at 51. Vanderbilt into front court. Collins straight away. Comes over to the left, now goes back to his right, goes down the lane, pitches it out to the corner to Magnon. Magnon comes into the paint, goes up with a jump hook, no, but he got fouled.
I think maybe Brandon Garrison coming from the weak side.
Garrison's first, Kentucky's second. 2 shots for Magnon when we come back from this timeout. With 11:47 to play in the game, Kentucky and Vandy dead even at 51-all on the UK Sports Network.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly look inside UK athletics. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on LEX 18 and stations across the state. Check ukathletics.com/UK Sports Network for stations and times in your area. BBN Game Day.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you or a loved one is seriously injured, Becker Law is your most valuable player. From auto accidents and trucking accidents to drunk driving and personal injury, Becker Law is ready to fight for victory. For over 35 years, we've been in Lexington winning big for Kentuckians. Your case is not just a number. So if you're wrongly injured, get the compensation you deserve. Call Becker Law. Just dial 3s or visit BeckerLaw.com and go Cats.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly look inside UK athletics. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on LEX 18 and stations across the state. Check ukathletics.com/UK Sports Network for stations and times in your area. BBN Game Day.
Red hot second half shooting for the Cats. They've made 73%, 8 of 11, 4 of 5 on threes. Only 2 turnovers to 5 assists in this half, and it's 51 all with 11:47 to play in the game as we take a 10-second break for station identification here on the UK Sports Network. Vanderbilt 4 of 13 in its shooting in this half, and 2 of 10 at the three-point line. Goose, what's Kentucky doing better or differently defensively?
I think the ball movement and the body movement for Kentucky on offense has been so much better. I don't know that anyone, once Kentucky has gotten the ball in the half court, I don't know that any player has dribbled and found a basket here in this second half. They haven't even attempted that. The ball's moving, the bodies are moving, and that, of course, is very, very good for this Kentucky offense. And Kentucky now with a 9-rebound advantage, so they keep kind of spreading that out, giving Vandy just one shot at the basket every time.
Magnon will be at the free throw line, an 83% shooter. Averages just 5 points a game. He had 4 in the first half, and he transferred in from Cornell as Kentucky comes out of the huddle with Garrison, Robinson, Butler, Brea, and Noah. So Garrison and 4 guards. 4-guard lineup we've seen at various stretches today. Kentucky having to play without Andrew Carr today. He was listed out this morning on the final availability report that Kentucky provided to the SEC office.
Of course, Vandy is pretty short as well. They don't have anybody really big out there, so Kentucky can get away with 4 guards.
Free throw no good. Magnon with one more chance to put Vandy back in front. Kentucky has not led since it was 23-21 with 7:49 to play in the first half. Missed them both. Rebounded by Robinson. Tie game, and the Cats have the ball. Robinson comes up the middle of the floor, gives it off to Butler. Butler hands it to Noah. Noah dribbles right, gives it to Brea, bounces it left side to Butler out deep. Butler comes to the middle, bounce to Garrison on the pick and roll. Garrison, jump hook, no. And rebound to Carey of Vanderbilt.
Pretty good look there.
Hogard drives it down the left side, all the way to the baseline. Cut off by Brea. Now he gets in deep, goes up, missed the shot. It's tapped around and chased down over in the corner by Butler. Butler on the jog. Now picks up the pace. Down the lane. Goes for the bucket. Left-hand layup. Good. And the Cats take the lead.
Wow,
53-51.
Look how aggressively Kentucky's going to the basket now.
We go under 11 minutes to play. Tanner on the point for Vanderbilt. Guarded by Brea. Fires a pass to the corner to Magnon. Back out to Tanner. Cross court to Hogard deep on the left side. Hogard gives it up to Carey. Carey walks to his right, hands it to Tanner. 5 to shoot. Tanner to the corner to Magnon. Magnon comes into the paint, throws it out to Tanner. A quick 3, no good. And the rebound caroms over to Brea in the far corner for Kentucky. Cats on the run. Robinson out deep on the right, gives it back to Butler. Butler fakes, drives, gets in deep, and gets fouled by Carey.
Different team, Tom.
Yes, it is.
It's a totally different team, and, you know, Mark Pope is normally pretty cool, calm, and collected with his comments to the players, but I'm just wondering if he was a little bit more vocal back in that locker room, and instead of using some big words, he got down to brass knuckles, man, and laid some stuff on them that they understood.
Kentucky looked like at times they were running through that heavy sand on a beach, and here in the second half, free throw short, no good for Butler. They look like a thoroughbred sprinting down the stretch.
Yes.
One more chance to pad the lead. Edwards comes back in for Vanderbilt. So does McLaughlin, 2 of their starters.
Another thing I've noticed, those bigs for Vandy not as easy to put up the shot from beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, they haven't scored in this half. They combined for 14 in the first half. Butler hits the second one, and Kentucky leads by 3, 54-51.
Now just keep your eye on McLaughlin, though, number 99. He's technically a big, but he will let it fly.
He and Carey are in there together now. Hogard, left side of the lane, spins, floats it up, comes off, no good, snatched by Garrison. Went up with two hands above the crowd. Gives it up to Butler. Butler into front court. Lob, and it skips
strong.
off the hands of Oweh and goes out of bounds.
It was there.
Yeah.
Wait 2 minutes and try it again.
Oweh sneaking in on that right baseline. The pass just skipped off his hands. That would have been a little bit of a dagger there.
Yes.
54-51 Kentucky, under 10 to play. Hogard comes into front court. Pressed by Butler. Over to Carey. Carey dribbles left, can't hand it to Edwards, so he gives it up to Hogard. Hogard comes into the lane, whistle, and a foul on Kentucky.
Good
Butler
foul.
with the reach in. Vandy struggling to make shots, so Hogard just trying to force his way in close, and Butler picks up his second foul, and the team's third.
But he was not in the act of shooting, so that was the real important thing there.
Hogard played against Kentucky in the Champions Classic a couple of years ago for Michigan State. Hogard on the left baseline. Looking, still looking. Finally gets it into McLaughlin in the left corner, hands it back to Hogard. Fires a pass out front to Edwards. Edwards straight away. Dribbles over to his right. Down the lane. Tied up. A jump ball. Possession arrow, Kentucky. Oweh and Brea got him in a trap when Edwards tried to penetrate. Edwards is only 6'1", so he gets in there deep and he struggles.
And what has happened, Tom, is Kentucky kind of switching whether or not they're going to double team him, whether or not they're going to switch or stay at home. And that time he was totally confused as he went to the basket.
Vanderbilt was up 49-41. Kentucky's outscored them 13-2 since then, matching a run that Vanderbilt had in the first half. It's 54-51 Cats with 9:34 to play. It comes into Butler. Vandy applying a little pressure in backcourt, but Butler easily able to come across the line. Turns his back to Tanner, hands it to Oweh. Oweh attacks off the left side, spins into the lane, gets to his right hand and puts it in.
Just continue to use that pick and roll right now because Vandy's having a very difficult time defending that pick and roll.
56-51 Kentucky. Carey feeds on a backdoor cut to Hogard. Gets in deep. It's blocked by Garrison. Oweh's got it going the other way for Kentucky. Going to pull up and shoot a three and barely draws iron, but Williams comes out with a rebound. Williams fires it across to Oweh, gives it to his right to Brea. Bounces it to Garrison. Garrison and Williams in there together now for Kentucky.
Just got to get a good shot.
Dribbles right. Needs somebody to hand it to. Trying to get it to Butler. Finally does. It's knocked away. Williams picks it up, goes up, and scores.
And Kentucky's two bigs are playing together. I wanted to see if that was going to happen, and they're playing well together, Tom.
That's 10 straight for the Cats. They lead 58-51. Carey, top of the key three. Good.
Yeah, he will shoot it now.
His second one of the day. And a timeout.
Well, I don't know for sure who called it.
I glanced down to write the score. The score for Carey.
Mark didn't call it.
We've got a stoppage of play for some reason.
Maybe someone got hurt and they have to make a change. It looks like Haggard, AJ is over there on the sideline. He's holding ice or something up to his face, so not sure if he got a forearm or not.
So he goes out, Collins comes in.
Oh, right there as Brandon Garrison blocked a shot, and he came down, and his hand hit him in the face. So
Butler comes into front court for Kentucky. Gives it to Garrison in the middle of the floor. Garrison wants to hand it to Brea. He does. Brea comes over to the right. Picks up his dribble. Bounces it back to Garrison straight away. Garrison spins left. Looking for Oweh on a backdoor cut. Can't get it to him. Gives it to Butler. 8 to shoot. Butler driving. Baseline left. Gets all the way under the basket. Pivots. Goes back. Couple of pump fakes. Goes up. Hits the underneath side of the backboard. The ball's lost out of bounds by Kentucky. And Butler hit the deck hard, and Williams said, just stay down, rest a little bit, because it's immediate timeout with 7:53 to play. It'll be Vanderbilt's ball when we come back. Kentucky has the lead, 58-54 on the UK Sports Network.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistjosephhealth.org to find a primary care provider.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go Cats!
Pizza. Credit card balances can leave you feeling stretched, but what if you could stretch it right back? At UK Federal Credit Union, we can help stretch your money by offering 0% APR for 12 months on credit card balance transfers. If you have an interest in zero interest, then why not transfer that high interest balance to a new UK FCU credit card and get 0% APR for 12 months? Just visit one of our 7 branches to transfer your balance today. UK Federal Credit Union. Balance transfer is subject to transfer fee. Visit ukfcu.org for terms and conditions. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
7:53 to play. Kentucky 58, Vanderbilt 54. Cats are sizzling in the second half with 11 of 17 from the field, 4 of 6 at the three-point line. Vandy's 5 of 18 and 3 of 12. And Goose, when the Commodores are missing those shots, they're not getting second chances in this half.
Vandy has had 8 offensive rebounds since about the first minute in the second half. They don't have another one yet, and Kentucky leading by 13 in the rebound category. Now, Kentucky has played really, really well. No question about that. And if you're just tuning in the last 3-4 minutes, you might think Kentucky should be up more, but we kind of forgotten that Kentucky had to come back from a 14-point deficit at halftime. So for these next, where's the clock? The next 2 minutes until that next timeout, Kentucky now with a 4-point lead. It's going to be hugely important for Kentucky after the timeout, or at the timeout, to have increased that maybe a point or two. Could go back one, but they have to still be in the lead down the stretch of this game.
Wildcats being led by Otega Owe, 13, 9 of them coming in this second half. Jackson Robinson with 11. Edwards has 14 to lead Vanderbilt, but 12 of those came early in the game. So they've really done a nice job on him after that hot start.
Yeah, it was a subtle but very important move that Mark and his staff made when they took Butler off of Edwards and replaced him with Jackson Robinson. And
more length, more size.
Jackson's length has been the huge difference, because where he was letting it fly anytime he wanted, now with those long arms of Jackson Robinson, he has to really, really think twice about shooting. And when you're that quick, just a little hesitation gives you time to catch up to him defensively.
Officials are looking at something on the monitor, not sure what.
Well, I would think it's when
Hogard
got his shot blocked by Brandon Garrison, but it was just a basketball play. I don't think you can add any more to that. Now, I've been wrong trying to guess what the officials are going to do. I've been wrong before.
It's 58-54 Kentucky, 7:53 to play. Both teams have fouls to give. If there's a possession arrow here late in this game, it's pointing in Vandy's direction now. And Kentucky, to your point about Robinson, how often has Mark Pope talked this season about how much Jackson has improved defensively? And it's been a key, as you said, to what Kentucky's done here today.
And I don't mind having him play that position on defense because it doesn't take away from what he does potentially offensively. When he's running the point guard on offense, that slows him down just a little.
Nothing extra on the call. Vandy's got it. They feed it to McLaughlin on the left block. Fires it out to Tanner, fakes the three, penetrates back to McLaughlin, left corner three, good.
That one looked good from the time it left his hand.
They're 2-5 men. McLaughlin and Carey don't shoot the three well for the season, but they've shot it well here today, and it's a 1-point lead for Kentucky, 58-57. Oweh, top of the circle, two-hand pass to his right to Brea. Back to Oweh, 12 on the shot clock. Oweh fakes left, goes right, dunks it in.
Well, and I think Kentucky wants to get a shot for Brea, but Vandy's not going to let that happen, so create somewhere else.
Coming down to the 7-minute mark, 60-57. Kentucky leads, Vanderbilt with the ball. Carey hands it off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin comes into the lane. They work it right side to Edwards. Attacks, gets to the rim, missed the shot, but got fouled by Brea, who tried to challenge it. His first, team fourth, 2 shots coming here for Jason Edwards.
Vandy is a pretty good basketball team, Tom, so you know with Kentucky in town, they did the same thing against Tennessee. They're not going anywhere. So Kentucky's going to have to make sure they understand that, and you cannot relax for 1 second.
Edwards' free throw bounces in. His 106th free throw attempt of the season. Brea goes out. Almanor comes back in. Edwards looking for his 16th point on the day. It's in and out. No good. 60-58 Kentucky as Oweh grabs the rebound for the Cats. Butler walks it down the right sideline. Floats it in to Williams, 15 feet out. He hands it to Robinson, coming to the right baseline. Step back, 18-footer. No good. Short. Rebounded by Tanner. Vandy coming the other way. Tanner comes up the right side, throws it cross court to Edwards. Quick closeout from Butler. Edwards drives, gets in deep, missed the shot, but Butler's called for a foul. It's going to be his third.
Yeah.
It'll put Edwards back to the line.
He's going to have to be careful here. But you saw Edwards. When he saw that he didn't have Jackson Robinson on him, he said, I'm getting to the basket, man. And that's the difference in those two guys, the length of Jackson Robinson.
Edwards, free throw, good. And now he has a chance to tie the score. 11 lead changes, all in the first half, and then one more here in the second, so 12 for the day. This could be the third tie. It is. 60-60 on 2 free throws by Edwards. It's the Vandy fans back in it as they come to their feet. 6:20 to play. Butler hands it off to Oweh out near the timeline. Oweh goes left, goes down the lane, gets in deep with a left-hand shot that goes in. Hit the back of the iron and died.
How did he make that? Wow.
17 for Oweh, having a big second half. 62-60 Kentucky. Tanner to McLaughlin at the top. Passes to his right to Collins. Edwards comes to get it. Robinson with him. Edwards goes inside, throws it out to Collins. His three, no good. Rebound tapped by Butler. Foul on Vanderbilt. A push in the back from McLaughlin.
Boy, I'm glad to hear a whistle go against Vandy in the paint. They've been few and far between.
McLaughlin picks up the foul. That's 5.5 on Vanderbilt.
Need a little help in the backcourt. They're coming with the full court press.
Edwards going out. Hogard comes back in. 62-60 Kentucky. Robinson inbounds the ball to Oweh.
And they should back off. Yeah, they'll back off now, Vandy will.
5:50 to play as it comes into front court to Oweh. Holding it high above his head, gives it to Almanor, to Williams, hands it to his left to Butler. Back to Williams at the top, right side to Oweh. Tries to drive, cut off, backs out. Double team, bounce pass down to Williams. Williams trying to back his way into the lane. Comes into the paint, left-hand leaner. No, rebound McLaughlin. Williams forced a little farther out than maybe would be ideal by McLaughlin. Hogard over to McLaughlin, right of the circle, gives it to his right to Tanner. Tanner hesitates, gets in the paint, spins, floats up a shot that's good. Just his second basket of the day. The freshman ties it at 62. 5 minutes to play. Butler drives down the lane, gets in deep, then throws it out to Robinson. Slides left, penetrates, backs out. Couldn't get the look at three. Gives it to Williams to his left. 12 to shoot. Williams tried to hand it to Owe, couldn't. Now throws it to him on a cut and a foul in deep on Vanderbilt. I think it's on Hogard.
Bodies are just moving on offense. So much better here in the second half. Owe looks like he could use a little bit of a break here, but man, his heart is just huge.
Six fouls.
Not going to let anybody know he's tired.
6 fouls on Vanderbilt, so Kentucky's in the bonus on the next one. Owe has 2 shots here. And it's good. He's 4 for 4 on the day. 18 points for Otega Owe. Edwards back in for Vanderbilt. Williams out. Garrison in for Kentucky. 1 point lead for the Cats, and Owe with one more shot at the line. 4:47 to play in the game. Mark Pope walking up the sideline on the far side. In that extended coaching box they have here with the benches down in the end zones. Owe's shot is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Vanderbilt. 63-62 Kentucky. 4:40 to play as Hogard stands and dribbles in the middle of the floor. Comes to his left, backs out. Shot clock at 15. They're giving him space. They get it to Tanner. Attacks off the left baseline. Nice feed to McLaughlin for the layup. And Vandy's back in front. 64-63. Tanner really crafty with the ball. Told you the 37 assists, 2 turnovers coming into the game. 13 lead changes on the day. 4:10. Ball's knocked away out front. Double team on Butler. Steal by Tanner. He drives and lays it in, and Vanderbilt leads by 3.
It might be a good time for a timeout. Kentucky might be a little bit winded here.
Robinson plays it into Owe. Vanderbilt back in front. 66-63 with 3:50 on the clock. Owe walks it across the line. Standing and dribbling out deep on the right. Owe floats the pass to Garrison. Gives it back to Owe. Owe drives, spins to his right hand, flips up a shot, and he got fouled. And that will get us to the media timeout. Fouls on Hogard. That's his second. 2 shots coming for Otega Owe when we come back to Nashville with 3:38 to play. Vanderbilt 66, Kentucky 63 on the UK Sports Network.
At the University of Kentucky, we do more than harvest from our rich legacy.
We sow and nurture the dreams and the dreamers.
The graduates who plant themselves here.
The seekers who advance patient-saving care and research.
The community leaders who transform lives.
We do more than survive in Kentucky.
We strive in Kentucky. We thrive in Kentucky.
Hey BBN, Coach Pope here. Our program's mentality is relentless 24/7 work. Total dedication every day. It's what it takes to raise banners. And it's what it takes to tackle the Commonwealth's biggest healthcare challenges. Big Blue determination. It's why UK Healthcare is the #1 hospital in Kentucky and the official healthcare partner of UK Athletics.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Vanderbilt 66, Kentucky 63. Commodores currently on a 15-5 run after they were down by 7. If there's a hell ball, Vanderbilt has the arrow. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. And Kentucky's shooting 1-1 on a Vanderbilt foul. The Wildcats still have a foul to give against when they're guarding Vanderbilt.
Kentucky needs to take back the momentum here, and they have to, again, do it very quickly because you don't want to get down any more than you are. Of course, Kentucky with opportunity here to cut into this 3-point lead for the Commodores, but I just felt like it was going to be really important for Kentucky to have some kind of a lead at this stretch during this timeout. They don't, so they have to find a way to get it.
This run for Vanderbilt started with consecutive three-point baskets. They've made 11 of 32 at the three-point line today to Kentucky's 8 of 20. And again, as we told you at the top of the broadcast, Vandy on the season hasn't averaged a high number of threes, but they had made 21 in their last two games, and they have shot it with confidence from the start today.
Yeah, Kentucky was guilty of trying to dare you. I dare you to take that one, and they said, okay, I'll take the dare, and they made them. You missed those. They won't take them, but they were making them. So Kentucky had to make the adjustment, and now they have to make sure they are at the three-point line when the Vandy player catches the ball.
Gave you the stat in the pregame that Nickel and Edwards were the primary three-point shooters. Everybody else has a combined percentage of 28 at the three-point line. But today, McLaughlin, Hogard, Collins, Tanner, Carey have all made them.
Yeah. That's the Kentucky effect.
Oway at the line for two shots. 4 out of 5 today. 77% on the season. It's good. $19 points for Otega Oway. Big breath, 2 dribbles, and it's no good. Brea taps it out. Oway taps it and then chases it down. Second chance for Kentucky. Almanor open, left corner, a three. Good!
Whoa, big-time rebound.
For the lead!
Big-time play by Otega Oway.
Cats back in front, 67-66. 4 threes today for Almanor. Hogard drives in deep and puts it in.
Got too close to the basket before there was an adjustment on the weak side.
Vanderbilt back in front. Just the second basket of the day for Hogard. 68-67 Vanderbilt. 3:05 to play. Oway dribbling left. Tried to cross over. Has it knocked away, but he's got it back. 12 to shoot. Oway drives through 2 defenders and gets to the rim and banks it in.
Stops. Can you find a stop here, please?
They cannot handle Otega Oway. 21-17 in this half. Kentucky back in front. 69-68. 2:40 to play. We hear the Go Big Blue chant from these Kentucky fans here. Hogard gives it up to Nickel at the top. Back over to Hogard. Hogard goes across the circle, moving to his right, puts it between his legs, comes back into the lane, jump stop, pivot. Can't shoot over Williams, out to Tanner. Tanner drives, gets in deep, blocked by Williams, and Kentucky's got it.
Got to stop. Thank you.
Cats with a 1-point lead in the ball.
Got to get a shot every possession.
2:14, 2:13. Williams out deep on the left. Comes into the middle and then backs out. Standing almost a step or two from Coach Pope. They get it to Oway in the middle of the floor. Oway, 10 to shoot. Oway, couple of crossovers. A three. In and out. No good. The rebound to Vanderbilt.
Boy, and how do you not blow that whistle?
Hogard down the lane. Throws it out to the corner. Nichols open for 3. Got it. In the confusion, Nickel found wide open in the corner. He's got 11 now. Timeout Kentucky with 1:36 to play. Vanderbilt has retaken the lead. And when Oway missed that shot at the other end, there was a collision in the lane. I didn't see him. What did you see? As Williams and McLaughlin both hit the deck.
Williams was wrapped up and taken down to the ground. And I don't know, again, why the whistle didn't blow. Kentucky bench went crazy.
There's the replay monitor just to our right, Goose.
I think that's their offense.
No, they're going to show the go-ahead shot here. Hogard got into the lane. Brea tried to draw the charge and didn't get the call. And somebody helped off Nickel in the corner, didn't see who it was, and left him open.
And the thing I was going to say, when Kentucky had the last possession, they had it in the hands of Oway, and he had done such a great job of driving, getting it to the hole. I was just saying, don't take that three. Get to the hole. He took the three, and it led to the opportunity on the other end.
Yeah, because they're really struggling to defend him off the bounce.
That's right. He's been a free pass to get to the basket.
So it's Vanderbilt 71, Kentucky 69 with 1:36 to play. Cats have one timeout left. Vanderbilt has two. Held ball, the arrow going Vandy's way. Cats have one foul to give. They're shooting 1-1 on a Vanderbilt foul.
I mean, you had a 1-point advantage. You're in the penalty. And you've been getting to the basket at will. So why not continue to do that?
Robinson on the left side to play it in. Butler, Williams, Almanor, and Owe out there with him. Comes into Lamont Butler. Butler in the middle of the floor. Minute and a half to go. Bounce pass to the right's deflected away from Williams. And then knocked away and stolen by Vanderbilt. Here is Hogard out deep on the right side. Yeah, Williams didn't do a good job of shielding his man off on that pass, and it enabled McLaughlin to reach in and get his body in there to knock it away.
You got to get that elbow up and put it right in the face of that defensive player. If he wants to come through my elbow face first, that's on him. That's not on me. You can't call a foul on me. So you have to get your base good and strong, get that off arm
and
up
wide.
And wide. Give me a target and let the guy eat an elbow if that's what he wants to do.
15 turnovers on the day now for Kentucky. That's one below what Vanderbilt averages, forcing its opponents to do per game. 1:21 left. Vanderbilt's got the ball and a 2-point lead, 71-69. Kentucky roared out of the locker room with 11 straight points. Eventually went in front, 53-51, built that lead to 58-51. But Vanderbilt hit 2 threes around a media timeout. And Vanderbilt was able to steady itself. And now the Commodores are looking at a huge possession here with 1:21 on the clock. They have a timeout left now, and Kentucky has one.
And it's as big for Kentucky defensively as it is for Vandy offensively. Maybe more important that Kentucky gets a stop.
Noah is in the game with Robinson, Butler, Williams, and Owe. Kentucky going a little smaller, a little better defense with Noah versus Almanor. Comes into Hogard in the middle of the floor, guarded by Owe. Slides left. Noah's got him on a switch. Let's see if Hogard wants to take him. No, he doesn't. Gets it to Edwards in the corner. Cut off by Robinson. Back out to Hogard. Hogard drives, spins, floats it up. Comes off, no good. Tapped in. McLaughlin. Williams tried to block the shot. Didn't get it. And that left McLaughlin open to tip it in. 4-point Vanderbilt lead with 54 seconds to play. They give it to Owe. Owe slides left. Tries to drive. Comes back to his right hand. Loses the ball.
Oh, man.
2 late turnovers killing Kentucky. Hogard coming up from backcourt. Pressured by Butler and a foul on Butler. This will put Hogard. Well, no, it won't. Kentucky had a foul to give. So now on the next foul, Vandy will go to the line. 37.8 to play. Commodores lead it by 4. Kentucky had the ball and a 1-point lead. Missed a 3-pointer by Owe. Vanderbilt came down, got a 3 from Nickel. They get it into Edwards. We'd like to not have to foul him. They get it to Nickel. Nickel comes into front court.
Got a foul.
Gives it to Hogard. Foul him. He shoots 68%. He comes into the lane, circles through, throws it back to Edwards. 25 seconds to play, and now they foul Edwards out front.
Oh, you had all the opportunity to foul
Hogard there. He's a 68% shooter. So the foul's on Butler. And with 24 seconds to play, Edwards is at the line for 1 and a bonus for Vanderbilt. 17 today for Edwards. 4th foul on Butler. Brea and Almanor coming in for Kentucky. Williams goes out. Noah comes out. One and a bonus for Jason Edwards. With just 24 seconds to play. Free throw, good.
Boy, it's just a totally different kind of game playing on the road than at home. And Kentucky didn't get the benefit of whistles, but that's playing on the road in the SEC.
So Kentucky takes its final timeout. It's going to be a two-possession game, whether Edwards makes it or not. But you got 24 seconds. You got to score quick because you don't have a timeout to stop the clock.
Got to go fast, and then you have to foul fast. Way too much time went off the clock.
Vanderbilt upset Tennessee here last Saturday. They're going for their second straight Saturday with a top 10 upset. If there's a hell ball, Vanderbilt has the arrow. Kentucky had gained control of the game at 58-51 with about 8.5 minutes to play after a 17-2 run. But Vanderbilt came back. To its credit, turnovers have been critical for Kentucky. A couple late ones here in this last stretch for Kentucky have taken away scoring opportunities, and several of them in the last 8 minutes of the first half enabled Vanderbilt to put Kentucky in that big 14-point hole at the break.
Yeah, Vandy hasn't scored as much off of those turnovers as they usually do, but it has been a huge factor in this game.
So it's one more shot coming for Edwards. Students are down to our right. I'm sure they're getting ready to rack up another fine for Vanderbilt if the Commodores are able to hold on.
Well, they have security here to try to prevent that from happening, but they're going to have their hands cut out for them should the students make a rush.
So Jason Edwards has made 4 of 5 today. He can give his team a 6-point lead if he makes this one. Kentucky will have to hurry down and try to get a 3. It's no good. Rebound, Bonyon, and he knocks it out of bounds.
Now he called timeout, Tom.
Did he now? He was trying to call timeout, but the official's pointing the other way.
Yeah, you can do that now. You can call timeout. And they're going to look at it, but in this building,
I mean, we're behind this table over here in the left corner, but I sure looked like the official down on the baseline pointed his arm Kentucky's direction.
Well, he may not have heard him call timeout.
See, I think when he calls timeout, he'd already stepped on the baseline. It looked like
hope.
On the replay. Well, that one didn't. There it is.
Yeah, he's on.
It's close. He didn't step on it with the first step, but as his foot hits,
call is under review.
As his foot
as well
hits the baseline, it's close.
But it's
the call on the floor.
But you can't let him get the rebound.
Oh, man. I mean, that was first half Kentucky on that rebound, that missed shot. That was first half Kentucky, not what we've seen in the second half.
Looking at this replay, I think they may give him the timeout. It looked like like a wide receiver in football, his toe was just inside the boundary line.
In this building, I would be totally shocked if they call it any other way than Vandy's ball.
But you don't put yourself in that position if you just rebound the missed free throw.
Yeah, I mean, Vandy had only one guy on the line. They had just one guy on the line. And
where the baseline meets the sideline is where his foot lands as he's calling timeout. And, I mean, if he's inbounds, and he very well may be, but, I mean, it's by an inch or two. It is so close.
Or less.
I mean, it's how clear is the shot there, because it's that close in terms of the focus of the camera shot. And it's obviously a killer if Vanderbilt gets this ball. 74-69 Commodores, 21.9 on the clock. Kentucky's out of timeouts. They came from 14 down at the half to take a 7-point lead. Would be a gut punch to let this one slip away.
Yeah, we'll be talking about missed opportunity.
Road wins going to be so hard to get in this league this year. Kentucky's got to go to the Tennessee on Tuesday, and they're back home against Arkansas, and then they'll go to Ole Miss. It's a stretch in which Kentucky will have played 4 road games out of a 6-game stretch by the time they get through with Ole Miss.
They're still...
They've taken the headphones off, the officials over there at the monitor. And it's not an automatic signal, so they're...
ball, and that looks like what they pointed to.
Kentucky ball. And they'll put another 1.1 seconds on the clock. So Kentucky's down 5. They've got the ball. Oway will inbound it. They don't have to get a 3, but it'd be nice because you're going to have to foul Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get 3.
They
but
got
again,
Almanor on the left wing and Robinson on the right wing and Brea down on the baseline towards the left corner.
Most important thing is to get a shot up.
Everybody on the floor north of 35% at the three-point line. And now whistle blows just as they hand the ball to Oway.
Well, they wanted the officials.
Didn't have the third official
still
out
at
on
the
court.
table.
All right, now we're ready to go. They hand it to Oway. Inbounds pass to Butler. Almost skipped off his hands, but he's got it. Butler comes up into front court. Takes it down the right side all the way to the corner. Butler throws it out to Robinson. Robinson steps back. A long 3. Karam's off, no good. Tapped around and into the hands of Hogard with 7 seconds to play, and they foul him. Jackson Robinson had to back up and shoot a contested long-range 3. Kentucky didn't have much time to try to work a play. It's just try to get somebody open.
You're in scramble mode at this point of the game, so you got to get the first shot that you see.
With about 2 minutes to play, Kentucky had a 69-68 lead. A missed 3 by Oway, and Vanderbilt rebounded it, came down. Hogard drove into the lane and
Lamont
kicked it out to Butler. Has fouled out. He got that last foul. So Perry comes in. Hogard got into the lane, kicked it out to the corner to Nickel for the 3, and that was the dagger shot that put Vanderbilt back in front.
Yeah.
They lead by 5. Hogard's free throw bounces off, no good. Oway rebounds at only 4 seconds. Oway slides to his right. The ball's knocked away, and another Kentucky turnover.
Wow.
And here come the fans onto the floor here in Nashville. A big missed opportunity today for Kentucky after that incredible comeback, and they built a 7-point lead, but they fall to Vanderbilt 74-69.
And they rush the court in Nashville, Tennessee. Vanderbilt defeats Kentucky 74-69. As I mentioned in the chat, you got to expect that this drops Kentucky out of the top 10. And it puts Vandy in the top 25, in my opinion. But without a doubt, Vandy wins. Vandy wins. Vandy wins. Two court storms in 7 days as coached. Kentucky just shot themselves in that foot the whole game, man. The entire game. So many turnovers. And I don't know who the name of that tall guy for Kentucky is. The big tall one that was wearing the neon shoes. But that fool got the coordination of a duck. My goodness. My goodness. Easy pickups. Bouncing him off of his feet. But the Big Blue Nation will not sleep well on this night. They will not sleep well on this night. Shelby Minnick checks in the house. What's up, Miss Shelby? Happy Saturday to you. like you've been there before. I don't have no problem with him storming the court as long as they don't hurt the players. But the Dukies are up next, y'all. The Dukies versus Wake Forest. Looks like on ESPN. All right, here we go. Let's look at the final game stats for this one. As promised by yours truly. Here is the scoring by half. All adds up. Commodores get 41-27 in the first, and then 42-33. The Wildcats win the second half, but it wasn't enough. 74-69 is your final. This was the final betting odds according to BetMGM. They tried to swing it back Kentucky's way. But that didn't help much. And here are your final player stats. I'm not going to sleep good after that, says Noah. Shelby says, I worked today. Where'd you work, girl? Well, it looks like Vandy's going to make the tourney this year, Coach. My question is, does Kentucky miss the tourney? This is 5 losses now for the Wildcats. That's kind of my question, is does Kentucky not make it? Hey, you too, Coach. Thanks for being here, bro. Thanks for checking in. Good to see you. Good to see you. One of the OGs of YouTube. Coach Plays. So we're going to end up with 33 likes and a little over 2,500 views. Not too bad. We were going against the China channels that are showing the game. I've done worse. I have done worse. Lakers, Warriors. Next on Valhalla Sports Talk, y'all. That is a 6:30 start in Mountain Standard Time. Hope to see you there. I imagine I will take a little Saturday nappage. So you worked at the new job today, Miss Shelby, or what? I think we picked up maybe, I don't know, 8 subscribers maybe? But I'm still 7 away from 21,850 as we lost some in the last couple days. Duty do as duty does, says Shelby Minnick. I'll probably scoop up Thornelius here and we'll go take a little hour-and-a-half nappy. Kentucky will be fine, they'll make it, says Coach. I got a care package from David Yee today, Miss Shelby. A little care package. Got some animal cookies in there. Some Laffy Taffy. Some sea suckers. And a huge gummy bear on a stick. So the P.O. box, it is alive. It is alive. Oh, Noah. Uh-oh, Noah. No cash value on the Voights, buddy, so really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of life. Not really that big a deal. So Duke has this guy that's like the Caitlin Clark of men's college basketball this year, huh? What's his name? Flagg? Cooper Flagg or something? Just aligning with his bobbling style. not sure I know what that means. You talking about the new boss? What is bobbling style? The chocolate one's a close second. Yeah, he got me the, he hasn't been in, so I didn't show it to the stream, but let me grab him. So we got Laffy Taffy, which I've already gotten into. 2 bags of the Mother's Cookies. I'm not sure how many suckers. I got a whole bunch of suckers, probably about 6 of them, all different flavors. And I'm not sure, but I think this might be from that whole talk about trying edibles. It's a big gummy bear sucker. And then I went to the dollar store today and got me some Twizzlers. So Valhalla Snacks activated. Not particular Alien Wasabi, not particularly a big Kentucky fan. I do stream their games because I have a friend here in town that asked me to, and I do okay with them. Watch out, he may have laced that gummy sucker, says Kubler. That one might join the ranks of food that's been sent to me that I don't eat. I've still got the Ruffles potato chips that were sent to me with LeBron James on the cover. I've still got some Dodgers peanuts, a whole bag of Dodgers peanuts. And this gummy bear will probably join the ranks of that. For whenever we have Armageddon. Time is it though? I think I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. It's 2:51. 2:51. Laker game starts at 6:30. Yeah. It's gonna go in the VST Snack Museum. Yeah, those are the 2 things I never opened. I never opened those 2. The Ruffles, their Flaming Hot Cheddar with LeBron James on the cover, and a whole bag of Dodgers peanuts. Stale gummy. Well, when it's Armageddon, you don't care, Shelby. When you're in the middle of Armageddon, it don't matter that stale, moldy. Doesn't make any difference. But I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Shelby, glad that you came in and said howdy. T. Kubler, thank you for hanging out. I don't know if you all saw the chat earlier, but I got plans, y'all. I'm about to start doing a daily, Monday through Friday, Dodgers news stream. Probably about 10 or 11 o'clock my time on the weekdays. And that's going to be Monday through Friday starting in February. And I've been working on the whole setup for that thing, and we just spend about an hour every day talking about the day that was, the day that is, and the day that will be in Dodger baseball. That is the plan, Stan. No need to be coy, Roy. Just watch on YouTube TV. I obviously will miss some shows during my trip to the big city for Dodger spring training those couple days. But that's the plan. That's the plan. I almost got the entire setup. We'll call it the Blue Crew Report. Looking forward to that. All right, y'all. I am out for the next couple hours. I'll be back. Lakers versus Warriors. In a couple hours. Thank you so much for being here. Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air.